You just can't beat the weekend here in Athens, Georgia. Foley Field the site today as we wrap up this series between fourth-ranked Georgia and the Florida Gators. The Gators now 3 games back of the SEC leading Bulldogs after a loss yesterday in Game 2, but it has been a well-played series here between two highly talented teams. Dave Neal alongside former Alabama pitcher and big leaguer Lance Cormier. Glad you could join us. And we came in here with a lot of thoughts about what a great matchup this was. Your thoughts about the first 2 games?
Well, they played out pretty good, right? We know Florida starting pitching has been really good. They've done that. Georgia's offense is good. We haven't seen the home runs, but this year the offense can do it in multiple ways, and that's what we saw yesterday.
Well, as far as Game 3 goes, Georgia's going to rely on their big bats, certainly. And they have been there all season long, but they've been relatively quiet so far in this series. I expect them to kind of, at least one of them, have a breakout game.
I agree with you. You're right. 3 for 16 on the weekend, so they haven't been the catalyst. But, man, when you see those numbers, they're combined for 30 home runs, 89 RBI on the year. That's a 1-2 punch that anybody would love to have.
Well, they have faced some outstanding arms. Aiden King got the ball rolling, so to speak, in Game 1, and then Liam Peterson was the guy that we all expected him to be yesterday.
Yeah, you see both of those longest starts of their seasons. And then Sandifer, you're only as good as your next starting pitcher. Well, guess what? Florida's got a really good one in Russell Sandifer coming up. He's coming off one of his best outings of his career. Look at that, 7 innings pitch, 2 hits, 11 Ks. We had that game. It was so fun to watch. I'm excited to watch him pitch today.
Well, before we get to the back 9 at Augusta, we got you 9 good innings of baseball here from Athens, Georgia, as Kevin O'Sullivan filled out his lineup card like this. Brendan Lawson back in the lineup again today. Their All-American candidate has been out with an illness, but when he is on, he is just an outstanding all-around baseball player. We won't see him at short today, but he will DH.
Yeah, he said he wanted to give him one more day just mentally, just being in the lineup playing, not at shortstop. But he's the guy, though, that allows the lineup to extend even further.
Well, here's Matt Scott, who gets the ball today, the senior who transferred in from Stanford. Another big arm out of that Georgia bullpen area. He has been in and out as a starter. It's just they try to use him as much as they can.
Yeah, and they need to keep to, because you see that bottom line we saw, it's 8-0 in his 8 appearances. When he's pitching, they're winning, and that's a good recipe.
Kyle Jones to lead things off, bunts that one straight back. An opening 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Kyle Jones from right here in Athens, went to North Oconee High School, a couple of state championships in high school. Went to Stetson, his first stop before finding his way to Gainesville, Florida. Second pitch he sees. That'll drop in for a base hit. Kyle looks, and he'll put the brakes on as Cole Johnson gets that one back in a hurry. So a good start for the Gators.
A little aggressiveness from the Florida Gator offense already. Just that first at bat, a little bunt. I think he's glad he didn't get the bunt down.
Yes. He didn't really want to bunt. That's why he fouled the back.
That's how easy it is,
yeah.
right?
And now you got Brendan Lawson coming up. Lawson, 344 on the year. He has missed 5 games this season. Had back spasms a few weeks ago, sat him down, and then developed an illness that kept him on the shelf for a little bit. Hopefully he has turned the corner in that area. .344 average, 11 homers.
They've got a little Craig Counsell. Remember that name?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just the way he stands, the bat high. And this just obviously shows to prove all the kids, like how you stand, none of that matters. It's just where you get the position when your foot gets down, where's the bat go? Because that's obviously unconventional. But boy, when the foot gets down, the hands are right where they need to be, like that.
And he looks at ball 3. Scott's 39 strikeouts, just 10 walks. Sat in there for a strike at 94 miles an hour. Last year at Stanford, Scott went 5-2 at a 6 ERA, 56 strikeouts. And he was a starter by trade for the Cardinal. Runner goes, and that's ball 4. 2 on and nobody out for Florida right out of the gate.
Well, you know they're going to need some offense. They just really, for the most part, had a good game Friday night, and then yesterday, not at all. They were just, to me, wasn't aggressive enough at the plate, and that's why I like to see Kyle Jones go out there swinging early, but then all of a sudden, he doesn't get in the zone. Lawson does a great job of just seeing pitches, let him go, and now you got 2 guys on, creating an opportunity for a big inning.
That ball, first pitch, hammered out to left. Deep to left, over the wall. Ethan Surowiec with a 3-run shot. His 7th home run of the season. RBIs, 34, 35, and 36 for Ethan. Hello.
That's the way you want to start the game right here. 2 guys on. You got your big bopper come up. Dave, this is a rocket, 108 miles an hour off the bat, only at 18 degrees. I mean, this is a line drive that just had enough height to clear the field, the wall in left field. That's a big statement.
Carson Bowen steps in. Now, to give you a little tick on Surowiec, he is top 5 in the country in balls put in play in terms of exit velocity. Balls hit 95 miles an hour or more. That is, he is 4th in the country.
We'll go ahead and add another one.
Yeah, that was 108. That one shot down the line and right. A guy that couldn't get on the field last year at Ole Miss as a freshman. I mean, it's not uncommon. It's no knock on Ole Miss. He was also behind. Well, Judd Udemark was at second, but now Judd's over playing third, and he was going to maintain that spot. He needed, you know, it's one of those things where he wanted to play. Ethan did, and found a home in Gainesville. Ground ball hit to second, and that's where Trey Phelps is there to make a play. You know, that's just the way the game is. You know, Ethan Surowiec is a perfect example of what the game is today. Kids want to play. They go to places to play, and if they're not going to play, they don't last very long.
That's right. I mean, and again, that's also too, sometimes as a young kid, you're making a decision on your future, and it can be the wrong decision sometimes. So you make it a right decision, you find another place to play, and he's obviously filled in very nicely.
You know, and Will Furnace, by the way, is at first base, so it wasn't like you could just throw him over there. Will's been a 3-year starter for Ole Miss, so it was just really a numbers game for Ethan.
Yeah, sometimes you go to a place thinking, okay, well, that guy's there. He's probably going to get drafted, leave, some things like that. That's out of your control. You can't, control that. So when that happens, well, now I'm blocked again, so let me go find a better spot for me.
Blake Sear, big swing and a miss. Gators coming out aggressive.
He's around the zone. I mean, you're talking a guy throws a lot of strikes. Everything's hard. The curveball, the cutter, the slider, the fastball, it's all hard. And so you go up there expecting ready to hit.
And again, at 6'7", his motion, his release point is so close to the plate that 94's got to look like a 99 coming at you.
Yeah, and that's what the coaches at Florida were talking about, man. And it has good ride. It stays high. I mean, the induced vertical break is up there in the 20s, and so I mean, it's a very good fastball, especially coming from a dude that's 6'7". So it's gonna be tough to square up, but they've jumped on it early.
When you do square it up, it goes a long way. Sear with 4 homers, hitting over 300 this year. Big swing and a miss, and he'll go down for out number 2.
Dave's got a little awkward delivery. He pauses, he starts it, then he pauses, but man, I love that there, that fastball. It's the inner third. That's something that you don't see a lot of college pitchers do. They don't pitch in, to their arm side, and to me, you have to do that. I was talking to Coach O'Sullivan this morning. I mean, that's the lost art in pitching.
Ground ball back up the middle off the bat of Cade Curlin. That's a base knock. That is the 3rd hit for Florida here in the top of the 1st inning.
Go on a limb and say that was the talk to the hitters this morning. Hey, get up there,
get
in the box, be on the fastball, be ready to swing. Cade Curlin, first pitch, right up the middle. they need him to get going too, boy. He's a guy that if you get him going, another guy that you can just hook your trailer up to, and he can carry an offense. And so you put him with Lawson, some damage in the middle.
Landon Stripling, 277 hitter with a couple of home runs. One for 6 this weekend for Stripling. Fouled straight back. Gators have already improved on yesterday's numbers at the plate. Gators lost 5-1, had just 2 hits. Game 1 only had 7 hits. Scott, 12 starts as a freshman at Stanford, 15 starts as a sophomore, and 11 starts a year ago. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over, but a good start for the Gators. They get a single, a walk, and then this big fly.
Yeah, that plays out pretty good, right? Single walk and then an absolute laser beam over the left field wall. Florida up in front, 3-0.
Wes Johnson, the skipper of this 4th-ranked Georgia Bulldog team, back-to-back 43-win seasons. They are certainly trending that direction again. He'll fill out his lineup card like this, and it's pretty easy to put Phelps and Jackson at the top of the lineup. Phelps, #1 in the SEC in batting average. Jackson's #2. That's and they both hit for power, by the way. Oriach, Lujo, O'Shaughnessy, Hudson, Black, Branch, and Johnson. Branch average not so good, but he's presented some power for his lineup today. And they'll face this guy, Russell Sandifer, who might be one of the best kept secrets, but quickly becoming known around this league, the youngster out of Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, arguably could be one of the best #3 guys in a rotation in the country. I mean, it's a fastball that is lively, moving in and out. It's also got the velocity, 4-pitch mix. I love the true pitcher with elite stuff, meaning he's not afraid to use all parts of the zone, mix the pitches at any count, and the stuff is really good. Last 3, unbelievable.
Yeah. So he'll battle with a 3-run lead here at Foley Field. Can Georgia feed the trees today? Because they have not this weekend. It has been, they're hungry. The trees are hungry.
The trees are definitely hungry.
Now, Florida's hit 3 home runs this weekend, but here's the SEC, the way it looks right now. Georgia with a 2-game lead over Texas A&M, who has catapulted up the standings lately. They have gotten on a hot streak. They already won the series against Texas in College Station. They're up 2-0, game 3 later today. But it has been an impressive run for A&M of late.
Hey, it's fun to get on a hot streak, but when you get on a hot streak against your hated rival, that's even better.
Phelps out to short. Colt Myers, gloves, throws, a little low, but picked up there by Stripling. That'll be 1 down. It has not been a fun series for Trey Phelps. Now 2 for 9 this weekend. And Daniel Jackson not much better. He's just 1 for 8, but yet they're still 1 and 2 in the SEC in batting average.
Safe to say it was off to a really, really good start.
Yes. Here's Jackson. Had a big hit last night, though, to kind of get it going in that 8th inning when Georgia picked up those 4 runs and ended up winning 5-1 over the Gators. Boy, this guy has just been mashing. He's number 2 in batting average, 2nd in home runs, 2nd in RBIs, 1st in hits. The guy, though, that has been a big contributor for A&M's success is Caden Sorrell. He has just kind of catapulted here in the last few weeks up in just about every offensive statistic in the SEC. He is 1st in home runs and RBI, 7th in doubles, 5th in batting average. The guy is just raking. And there is Caden Sorrell right behind Brendan Lawson of Florida in the OPS area, and then 3 straight Bulldogs.
Tells you what kind of offense this Georgia Bulldog team has. But I mean, that's the A&M team. Like last year, so much expectation, so many injuries.
Yeah.
So now you got guys that are healthy, maybe not having to have all those expectations, and they're playing good.
So the 22nd walk of the season for Daniel Jackson puts him at first base. For Jordy Oriach, the designated hitter. Jordy this weekend, 3 for 8. That's a 375 clip, has an RBI.
He had some pretty swings yesterday on some balls down and in, just that happy zone for the left-handed hitters. Got one of the big rallies going with a single to right field.
6'5", 245 in that batter's box. Jason's one down and in, a transfer in from New Mexico last year where he was an All-American. Led the Mountain West Conference in hits, runs, doubles, RBIs. Also was a junior college All-American. Fouls that one out of play. Basically everywhere he's been, he's hit.
You know what they call those? Hitters.
Hitters, thank you.
We'll keep it simple today.
That's the best thing you can do for me. Alvaro January, home plate umpire, just having a little chat. It's been discussed this weekend on more than one occasion about pitchers going to their mouth when they're standing on that rubber. And that was a little warning for Russell Sandifer. Popped up, and that'll get to the seats. Hey, there you go. Always good to get a souvenir. Doesn't matter what ballpark you're at.
Oh.
Found myself chasing down a foul ball at a Division II baseball game on Friday night.
Oh, we almost, Dave, we were blessed to go to the Atlanta Braves game. Wonderful seats.
Did you get a foul ball?
218, first row.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We're going.
Oh, yeah,
2 lefties, so you're going a lot of righties, a lot of flares.
Yeah.
I mean, all over our section, one of them coming right at us. But me, Johnny Hanna, our director, we go hands out, and then all of a sudden you saw the Gator arms coming back.
Oh,
a little nervousness, but it didn't make it. So.
Who's Gator? You're not your Gator.
No. I was ready. So was Johnny, but I think at the end he got a little nervous.
Blake Sear with the catch out and left for out number 2. I caught a foul ball at Tennessee last year, straight back in Knoxville.
Okay.
I was working with Kyle Peterson and just was very casual, continued conversation. Left hand, boom, caught it. KP looked at me like I was an alien because he didn't think I had that kind of athletic.
You didn't have that skill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
And promptly, I mean, like in one motion, caught it and handed it to a little kid right in front of me. I mean, it was
made somebody's
All-American. It was an All-American day for me. People have All-American seasons. I have like a day. Sometimes it's
but
an
at least
hour.
you got to experience the
Yeah, right,
All-Americanness.
Yeah, there's video of that somewhere, I'm sure. Rylan Luho, the sophomore, 5 homers on the year. Jackson stands at first, 2 outs in the inning. Boy, he smashes that one. They had the shift on and didn't work. Jackson coming around third, and he'll be held up there, but a double off the bat of Rylan Luho. Luho, fourth in the conference in batting average. Just picked up his 7th double of the year.
This ball was smoked, Dave. You mentioned a little shift, but look, the hands stay in. Lightning quick bat speed. I love the neon. Look at the neon. We got the neon gloves, the mitt, but he shoots it through. I thought it might have a shot to get to the wall, and Jackson was going to be able to score because for a catcher, he can run really well. But, I mean, how about Rylan Luho, 447 coming into today. Rate average is going up. This is in conference. And he's the guy that no one talks about, right? Because you're talking about Phelps, you're talking about Jackson.
Already a quick meeting on the mound as Kevin O'Sullivan is out there. Started with a ground out, then a walk, fly out, now a double, and you've got second, third, and Michael O'Shaughnessy, the Bulldog third baseman today, coming to the plate. The senior transfer is out of Del Mar, New York, 3 years at Davidson before coming to Georgia. Hit .369 last year at Davidson with 70 RBIs, 17 home runs.
Well, I love how you said it. And he's the third baseman today. Oh, by the way, he's got 9 homers on the year already. He'd be their 5th double-digit home run guy if he's able to get one today.
O'Shaughnessy hit a game-winning 10th inning 3-run homer against Mississippi State last weekend. I mean, this guy's just hit wherever he's been. I mean, his career average is .329, has 44 career home runs. And he's ahead 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Georgia struggled with runners in scoring position this weekend, just 3 for 15. But 98 home runs. Georgia in their longest home run drought of the season right now, after they just exploded for 5 homers in their midweek game against Presbyterian, including hitting a home run cycle, a solo shot, a 2-run shot, a 3-run shot, and a grand slam. Sharply hit through a big hole on the left side. That's going to get 2 runs home. Jackson scores. Luho will walk it in. And it's a 3-2 ball game. RBIs 25 and 26.
Boy, check out this approach. I mean, it's a 2-1 fastball. You know you have a lot of movement down and away, not trying to do too much with it. You mentioned the shift. Shortstop's up the middle. That hole that's just a ground ball to shortstop, but boy, perfectly placed. I love how it wasn't, hey, yes, I know they want to hit home runs, but that's where this offense is basically taking the next step and taking the singles and now creating a lot of havoc, and answered that 3-run first with a 2-run so far of their own.
It's not just about the 98 home runs. Often overlooked is the fact that they lead the league in batting average. They're at .324 as a team, a couple of points better than Mississippi State. I mean, this team can hit. Brendan Hudson, .284. He's got a dozen long balls this year.
You know, and that's when the home run comes. You know, you have guys, you see their homerless streak. You know, a lot of times you'll see teams with homerless streak for games. They just have innings.
Right.
That's just that's how good they've been. But now you got the pitcher. All right, he's a little frustrated. He didn't have that shutdown inning, and then that's when one gets left over the middle, and you have a guy like Hudson who could do real good damage on that.
Took a big old swing there. Boy, Sandifer hasn't been in this kind of situation. Already his 21st pitch of this inning coming up. 2 outs though, 2-1 count to Hudson. Fouls it back 2-2.
I mean, you're talking about his last 15 2/3 in his last 3 appearances. He had 1 walk and 9 hits. So he'd only given up 10 base runners. So he was on an absolute fire streak with how he was throwing the ball, and excited to watch him pitch. Yeah, but Georgia offense can do this to a lot of pitchers.
Goes 95 heater past Hudson to end the inning, but good answer by Georgia. They trail by 1 after 1. Gators 26-10, 8-6 in the league. They're 3 games behind conference leader Georgia. It's been kind of a wild ride through the SEC. They start things off with a sweep, and then they turn around and get swept in Tuscaloosa when pitching just went off the tracks. Then they respond the next weekend with a sweep at Arkansas, top 5 team, and then last week had a chance for Ole Miss, but Ole Miss rallied late in Game 3 to win that series, 2-1 over Florida. It has been an up and down season. That ball is hit high and deep, way out of here. Home run, Hayden Yost. I know it's a short porch and right, but there's not a porch that would have held that one. Up into the ivy. Hayden Yost just hit his 2nd home run of the year.
Yeah, this is a fastball up. I mean, that's chest high, opens up, man. And not only did he look at the swing, the finish. Where's that? Yeah, it's out there.
I mean, absolutely crushed.
We're going to see some fireworks today. I mean, you're talking about 6 runs already, and we're through 6 outs.
That's one of those I'd like to see the launch angle. TrackMan went down.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd give you the launch angle and the exit velocity. I'm going to say probably 107.
I'm going to say 40. Launch angle.
Yeah, 40, 45.
Straight up in the air, but
way
gone.
4-2 Florida as Colt Myers swings and misses. That didn't take long for Scott to answer back without number 1.
Well, Dave, you're seeing offenses, you know, it's a warm day, you know, the hitters are feeling good. I liked how Sandefur kept it. He kept the lead. That's the biggest thing, keep the lead. Well, for Matt Scott, you come out first pitch, you throw, guys goes deep, and you're going, all right, just don't let things get too out of hand. You have an offense that can do the same thing that Florida's doing. For the pitchers, you just got to minimize damage right now.
Already back to the top of the lineup, Kyle Jones, who started things off with a single, came in to score last inning. Be an exciting weekend for him to come back home. I mean, literally come back home. He's from Athens. His high school is probably 10 minutes from here, maybe 20. Boy, coming into today, Georgia starters against SEC competition had given up just 2 home runs and 50 innings of work. They've given up 2 homers in an inning and a third today. Two homers and 50 innings of SEC play.
That's been getting it done. But the approach has worked. get up there, be ready to swing the fastball. Everything's hard, so it's pitching off the fastball. It's either going to be a cutter, it's going to be a hard slider. So you gear up for the fastball and get ready to go, and the Gators have.
Scott delivers and fouls it straight back. Kyle Jones averaging .312 now. Might be the warmest day of the year down there on the turf for these boys. Florida, of course. They get the heat all year round pretty much. That one's fouled off the net. Georgia went to the turf, I guess it was last year, went to turf, or was it 2 years ago?
I think it was 2.
Yeah, they had a nice field here, but obviously you're not going to have many rainouts.
Maintenance, low maintenance.
Yeah. That ball's hit a mile in the air, but foul.
I contemplated where to park today. Just knowing what it was like.
Yeah,
right?
just felt like warm weather, ball might be jumping.
Right behind the trees. They're like, oh, look at that. This is close. And then you're going, well.
Yeah.
So
that is danger zone right there.
Huge danger zone.
Here's the 2-2 on the way. Foul back again by Jones. Jones transferred to Florida last year, but got hurt early on. He was expected to be a big contributor, but only got 16 at-bats because of an injury. As a freshman at Stetson, though, started 62 games. Was a second-team freshman All-American. Another one hit a mile in the air down the line. It is going to be fair ball, home run, Kyle Jones. That ball somehow stayed fair. There's only about a 5-mile-an-hour wind. It's not a lot, but the wind must have had enough to keep that thing in play.
They watch the hands. The hands stay in so well. That ball is off the plate in. No chance this ball stays fair. Kyle Jones does an amazing job. He even kind of fooled himself right there. Knew he had it enough, but didn't think it was going to stay fair. Man, that is an unbelievable at-bat. The hands, lightning quick. I don't know how he's kept that fair.
He fouled off 4 pitches. And that is it for Matt Scott. He's had some great days in a Georgia uniform. Today has not been one of those. Kyle Jones with his 3rd homer of the year. Well, how about the Georgia pitchers? Just 2 home runs allowed in their first 14 conference games. But today, throw that out the window. 3 homers in the first 10 batters that have come to the plate today for the Gators.
Dave, I think we're in line for some old school. You've been around a long time in this league. It's the old Sunday game where you're looking at, you know, is it a touchdown and a field goal, or what is it going to take to win? 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns might be the case.
2-point conversion.
Yeah. It is 5-2 Georgia, and a new pitcher on the mound. Grant Edwards comes in to take over. As you can see, he comes from down yonder.
Yep. 87, 89 with the fastball. A lot of times you have the guys that drop down, throw sidearm. It's usually sinker, slider combo.
Brendan Lawson walked his first time up. He looks at that one riding inside on him. It's 2-0. It is definitely a different look from Grant Edwards.
He goes 6'7" straight over the top, and now you have a 5'10" guy coming from the side. See the ball kind of tail away from that left-handed hitter into the right-handed hitters. A lot of ground balls for Edwards. He's one of those guys, though. This is his 12th game, only with 8 2/3 innings. So it's one of those, he's not going to give you a lot of extension out of the bullpen. It's just one of those to finish the inning.
What big hack from Lawson. Foul tipped. It's 2-2. Lawson went 0 for 2 yesterday, but did have 2 walks. Lays off that one. No swing. It's full 3-2. Sharply hit. Oh, glove there by Branch. Comes up firing, and Lawson is retired for out number 2. Takes us to Ethan Surowick, who first pitch swinging his first at bat, hit one 108 miles an hour. For his 7th home run of the year, it was a 3-run shot. To the right side, now get in for a base hit. Day has started quite nicely for Mr. Surowick.
Goal for Ethan Surowick, not staying in the box longer than 1 pitch so far. We got 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 hits.
Well, I mean, other than a couple of batters, I mean, it's been first pitch aggressiveness by Florida today.
Yeah, they stressed that they took way too many good pitches yesterday, allowing the Georgia pitchers to get into the pitcher counts they wanted to be in and be in the driver's seat.
I had a long talk today before the game with David Kopp, who is the pitching coach for Florida. Sully, of course, kind of oversees the pitching department, but old Coach Kopp was breaking it down. It's all about first pitch strikes and 2 out of the first 3 pitches being strikes. Those are the numbers that they really break down with their guys after every start, every week. There's a list on their boards about how good are you, what's the percentage of first pitch strikes, what's the percentage of 2 of the first 3 pitches you throw to a batter being strikes. Yesterday, Liam Peterson was 88%, 2 strikes in the first 3 pitches.
Oh, well,
how good is that?
Yeah, that's why he had the outing he had, longest so far of the season. And I mean, that's winning baseball. And then you can peg that on a little bit more and go, can you get some action in the first 3 pitches? That's how you get 7+ innings from a starter, and that's what Florida has done the last 2.
Called strike 3, painting the corner, and the Dogs getting off the field, but it was a loud inning for Florida with 2 more home runs. It is 5-2 Gators headed to the bottom of the 2nd.
best conference tournament in all of college baseball.
Run straight for the breakaway.
Let's get to Hoover. We'll be here before you know it. May 19th, SEC baseball tournament begins. Hey, number 18 Texas A&M, number 24 LSU. They'll play the second game of a big three-game series Saturday night at the Box in Baton Rouge. We'll have it for you right here on the SEC Network, and the ESPN app coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. How about the Aggies this weekend? They get Texas coming to town, and they have dominated, really, the first two games in that series.
You got Ole Miss dominating LSU.
Yeah.
Coach O'Sullivan called them the most underrated team. So you got LSU maybe coming in reeling. This is just a weird years.
Arkansas trying to sweep Alabama.
I mean, how about that circle of, right? Florida goes to Alabama, gets swept. Florida goes to Arkansas, sweeps them. Arkansas comes to Bama. They're trying to do the sweep.
Kentucky last night, even that series with Auburn. And Oklahoma and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt won that first game, but then the Sooners rallied to win games 2 and 3, and they get out of Nashville with a big series win. And a swing and a miss as Black goes down, so Sandifer gets the strikeout, his second of the game. Look, Oklahoma's a team nobody talks about. They've got some good arms on that team, that staff. Skip Johnson has done a nice job with the Sooners.
Their offense came to play the last 2 games.
Yeah, and if that's the thing, if they can get some of that, they can be a contender. Colby Branch, 13 home runs this year. He's tied for 13th in the conference in home runs. Average not where he would like it, though, at 252. The guy they just call the captain around these parts. We are at the midway point of the conference season after today's games. The best team through the first half of this conference slate has been this team wearing white today, the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is when the coaches can, like, take that deep breath and just, okay, like, how have we done the first part? Because it's hard to go, all right, what did you do the first week? What did you do the second week? Because you got to get at least one home series, one road series. Is Branch is able to entice a walk, a little one-out walk. That's something where he needs to get going. Only at 128 coming into today in conference play. They need him to be better than this.
Draws his 22nd walk of the year. Yeah, Colby Branch is a better hitter than that. But again, it's just half. He's got a second half where he can go hit 400. He's that kind of player.
Absolutely. And those kind of halves happen. You hear that, hey, he's a second half player.
Cole Johnson now, who's out in left field, getting the start today. He'll look at strike one. Cole, the freshman out of Watkinsville, Georgia. Popped him straight up in the air. It'll be Surowick has to dive to make the catch. That ball was spinning big time, and Surowick hung in there, made the play.
Look at it, it keeps coming back. Yeah, he does a great job of keeping the eyes on the ball. Never think you're going to have to lay out right in front of the mound for a fly ball, but here you go.
Whatever it takes. So Cole Johnson is retired for out number 2. Trey Phelps. He will look at strike one.
See both fastballs. Catcher for Florida, Bowen, moved in, Trying to establish the inside part of the plate with Trey Phelps. Don't want him to get his hands extended.
Hit him off the top of the helmet. A glancing blow, and Phelps will take it.
After back-to-back fastballs in, you go slider, and you see he drops the hand, drops the wrist, not quite where you want to be, and that's why you see the ball just stay up on him. Little glancing blow, nothing big. Pass the baton to the big boy.
Phelps, not uncommon to end up at first base via the hit by pitch. 2 on without a hit yet. A walk and a hit by pitch. And Sandifer has thrown 36 pitches here. We're not out of the second inning. But we saw him last weekend against Ole Miss and was just lights out against the Rebels.
Yeah, he and Kay Townsend, they put on a display. They were through 7 innings, and it was like, oh, this is an hour and 40 game so far. And then they got to the bullpens, but man, we saw some unbelievable pitching from him and the Ole Miss starter Townsend. I love that meeting right there, though, Dave. You could tell, like, if you look at the season, Daniel Jackson gets a hit in this moment with 50 RBI, and like he just comes through in the clutch. So it's one of those, you fall behind 1-0, you just hit a guy, make him take a little deep breath. That's what the Gator defense did.
Daniel Jackson hitting from the right batter's box, bloops this one in for a base knock. That's going to get a run home as everybody was on the move with 2 outs. Colby Branch slides into home. That'll get Phelps over to third, and it's a 5-3 ball game.
Well, Dave, I know it's Masters Sunday, right? And we got English on balls. How about this? I wish we had the spin rate on this baseball after hitting it. 165 feet in the air. Look, as it hits, it shoots all the way to the right. Stripling was like, where did it go? Yeah, there's a little aim in corner shirt. I mean, I don't know. Those are the things where, as a pitcher, you can get so frustrated because you make a pitch, you jam the guy. He probably couldn't take a ball and throw it in a better spot, and he takes a big swing, and the English on. I mean, like, it's just, that's the tough part about baseball. Frustrating.
Runner goes, slap to the left side. Dogs will get another runner in. Oriach with the RBI. Phelps scores, and it's 5-4.
This is the part of the offense we talked about. Yes, they do hit homers, but they're also okay to accept that. That's just a beautiful swing by Oriach. We saw it yesterday 2 times. Right here, again, stays on it, drives it to the opposite field, hit behind the runner. Another first to third for Georgia and a run in.
Now Lujo. Ryland 1 for 1 today. Had a double. Another breaking ball that stays up. Boy, this is just not the same Sandifer we have seen. I mean, that kind of explains when we say this is not the same guy we have seen the last few weeks.
Yeah, it was 1 walk and 9 hits in those 3 games. But right there, to me, the slider, the arm's dropping a little bit. So not only is the arm dropping, but the hand's on the side of the ball, and that's why you see it staying up.
That ball's off the barrel to center field, and the Dogs have just tied this up as Jackson touches home. 2-out damage from Georgia.
Dave mentioned Ryland Luho, 447 entering play in SEC hitting, about 2 for 2. That's going up, and man, just a beautiful swing, drives that ball and hit it where it's pitched. Fastball comes in, shoots it right up the middle, and these teams are trading blows. Crooked numbers everywhere.
Georgia has been just fantastic with 2 outs. There is some activities you just saw down in that Florida bullpen area, buying some time, and Kevin O'Sullivan just waiting. Vero January, our home plate umpire, breaks up that meeting. Luke McNeely down there in the bullpen. And Kevin O'Sullivan on that top step. Is he going to stay in there, or is this going to... And Sully is going to make his way out. So that'll do it for Sandifer. 41 pitches in, but 5 runs across on 5 hits, as we are tied at 5 here at Foley Field in Game 3.
What you got is the crowd getting back involved into this game. They got a little quiet after Florida jumped on them, but they're back ready to roll.
I'll tell you what, I have seen some coaches kind of milk the changing opportunity, but that might have been one of the best ever by Sully. Well, Russell Sandifer, we didn't see that one coming from him. How about 5 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 out damage? I mean, that's what it's been for Florida in an inning and 2/3.
It was the last 5 hits, right? Last 5 guys, 5 straight hits with 2 outs. I mean, this is, when you talk about for both teams, not what we thought we'd see, but now we got the junior from Milton, Georgia, Luke McNeely, making his 13th appearance. This is a guy that Sully trusts no matter what part of the game. I mean, a veteran reliever, been in the wars. You see hits per inning, right on it. A lot of strikeouts, throws strikes.
Florida had only used 5 total pitchers through the first 2 games of this, and Ricky Reith is a guy, the first guy they brought in on Friday night, did a nice job out of that bullpen in an inning and a third. They could actually bring him back for a few innings if they needed to. Now, their best bullet in the bullpen is out with an injury. Jackson Barberi not available to pitch this weekend and next weekend as well.
But if he was, he might have been in the game in the 8th. Cooper Walls might be the guy coming in. Yep. Yeah, yesterday. Cooper Walls came in, didn't have success, but he might have been the guy coming in now to give you an extended part. So losing one of those guys at the back end of the bullpen really hurts.
O'Shaughnessy singled and picked up 2 RBIs first time up. One of those 5 2-out hits by Georgia. His average now up to 289. 9 homers on the year. He sees 96 right out of the gates. O'Shaughnessy 1 for 4 this weekend. That one's off the plate. And they are now loaded. Oriach over at third. Lujo is at second. O'Shaughnessy stands at first. And the 9th man to hit this inning, Brendan Hudson to the plate. There are 2 outs. Hudson struck out his first time and swings and misses pitch number 1. And there goes a whole group of folks down the line for Florida. Heading to that bullpen.
Yeah, Dave, this is one of those days, if you have a P by your name as a pitcher, you better get your cleats on, tie them tight, and be ready to go.
0-2. Is that
beautiful?
Is that change up?
Yeah, it was a change up. Looked like a cutter right before, and the cutter was in. Change up's a little inner third, so the hitter sees the same, and just enough speed to get him out front.
The 0-2 down and in. See, I like that two-strike pitch there. That was an effective 2-strike pitch.
Well, that's what you want. You want it to be a competitive pitch where the hitter can't just out of the hand go, all right, not even, give an offer at it. More like that one. More like that one. That out of the hand, the hitter can tell that's a ball the whole way, so he's really not having to make that decision.
And the inning is over. But a loud inning nonetheless for the Bulldogs. They have evened things up. We're tied at 5.
Gator bats. Ethan Surowick with a 3-run laser beam in the first inning. And then you had Hayden Yost with an absolute blast into the ivy in right field. And I have no clue how Kyle Jones, the local product, kept this ball fair, but he did. Drop the hands. 3 home runs on the day for the Gator offense.
They've provided the power this weekend. 5 home runs this weekend for Florida. Georgia's yet to go yard. Blake Sear to lead things off. Blake Sear had 304 with 4 homers and 29 runs batted in. Struck out his first time. And he'll look at a strike there. It's even. Blake hit .254 last year with 9 home runs. Sharply hit. That one's going to get past Colby Branch at short. So another leadoff base runner for the Florida Gators. They didn't really have a base runner. They had a guy who ran the bases last
Guy
inning.
who got to jog. He didn't have to go hard. He just
Hayden Yost hit
got to
that
touch
home
them
run.
all.
Yeah. But this time, Blake Sear will stop at first base for Cade Kurland. Gators now 3 for 3, leading off an inning. Runner goes, the throw from Jackson. Boy, Phelps thought he had him.
He's trying to sell it, but
Yeah, I thought.
I agree. Right call. Sear knows. That right there is all off the pitcher. First pitch takes off. Edwards didn't really show him any kind of looks. Veteran said, "I'll take second base."
Was a close play. They are going to challenge this, however. Eddie Newsom, who's our crew chief, handling the microphone, but it sounds like his mic might be down for the moment. But he did signal challenge. I don't know. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. If he's able to tag the helmet, maybe. But see, he misses the head, and it's all the way there. Yeah, the hand's already on the bag.
Eddie Newsom says the runner at second base is safe. So we will move on, and a challenge is lost by Georgia. Close. Listen, it was a lot closer than I thought it was. Cade Kurland.
And as a coach, right, you just kind of watch your player's reaction, and the way Phelps tags, spins, and throws it to Branch, thinking, all right, that's what they normally do when the guy's out. And heck, I mean, it's a leadoff guy if you're able to get him out. So I can understand why you would challenge it, but yeah, I think the right call was made.
Way off the plate. Grant Edwards. Has now worked 2/3 of an inning. Giving up a couple of hits with a strikeout. Now it's full 3-2. That one's off the plate, down a little bit. So Kurland, a redshirt junior out of Tampa, Florida, going to jog down to first base, and Gators will have him first and second. And Wes Johnson wastes no time signaling to the bullpen.
That's the kind of game this is, Dave. When you talk about both teams trading 3-run and 2-run innings and leadoff guys on, back-to-back on, It's going to be whoever can get you the most outs quick.
Dogs making another change. We'll step aside, updated on the other side. Back in a moment.
That led them to the NCAA semifinals. We are one step closer to crowning a national champion. Coverage begins Thursday on ESPN2.
Well, Wes Johnson trying to work some gymnastics with his bullpen right now, going to his third pitcher, and we're in the third inning. And this time he switches it up and goes with a lefty, Caleb Jamison, the junior out of Paris, Texas. How about his strikeout to walk ratio?
That sticks out to you. The lefty up to 96 with the fastball. Lots of sliders right off the fastball. So you're talking glove side away from those lefties, and that's why he's in right now. But yeah, 19 punch outs, only one walk in those 12 2/3 innings.
Landon Stripling will be the first one to face Caleb Jamison. Talked about first pitch strikes and the ability to throw strikes, at least 2 strikes in the first 3 pitches to a batter. And right away, Jamison in some trouble, 2-0.
It's going to go in the wrong column on the board.
Yes. Dribbling fouls that one back. It's 2-1. Gators have put together 7 hits already. Gators had 9 hits in the first 2 games total. And now it's 3-1. I mean, that is top shelf mustache right there. That ball's hit hard. Is he going to get down? Diving catch in right field from Ryan Black. The defensive play of the weekend. That saved a couple runs.
You dang right that did, Dave. Kay Curlin is no doubt scoring from first base. This ball was crushed. Ryan Black, full extension. Man, it starts with the jump, but look at the effort. Love it. Yeah, that's a 7-5 ball game if he misses that.
Black even turned around and had to check out the replay up on the big board right behind him. That's how good that was. He wanted to see it.
Yeah, let's see it again.
Yeah.
There's a chance you're going to see it a little bit later on the rest of this day.
Yeah. That was big time from Ryan Black. Aiden Yost now. He's in front 1-0. And again, Jamison falls behind 2-0. Or, yes, 2-0 the first time around. Yost hitting just 200 on the year, but hit a big-time home run. His first time up for his second long ball of the year. And then sharply hits this one off the glove of Branch. And the bases will be loaded.
How about that? That was almost a fielder's choice.
Well, Sear had to stop. He didn't know if Branch was going to catch it or not with one out, so he was like hanging at the bag at second.
Great base running because he froze because it's a line drive. Less than 2 outs, you freeze. He was going back in because you're thinking he knows Branch is behind him. And look how hard Lujo charges that ball and almost gets a fielder's choice. That would be a tough way to get robbed of a hit. But now, Gators still got something going. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Wes Johnson may use everybody before we get to the 6th inning. Wes has been wearing out the path to the mound today, and that'll be it for Jamison. Midway point of conference baseball, conference season baseball, and UCLA continues to do their things. And I would say this, that Texas coming into the weekend was being just steady Eddie, but they have run into a buzzsaw. Boston College in the ACC making a nice little run. Tigers, they too had a good week, but they are struggling this weekend as well. Top 25, the top 2 teams really for a while now, UCLA and Texas in that top spot. It'll be interesting to see who fills that void now. Does Georgia Tech jump up to number 2 behind UCLA?
I think they do. Georgia Tech, when you're talking about swept Florida State, I mean, that's a top 5 weekend sweep. The offense is there. Like, who's trying to be the best team in Georgia? But UCLA, I saw they were playing Rutgers and had an extra inning game. I think they struck out 30 in that one game.
You know, I would almost make the case that Georgia Tech, the way they have played and how they have played, might be your best team. And UCLA has just been pegged in that top spot now for a while. That's just kind of their home, and they haven't done anything to necessarily lose it. But I think Georgia Tech has done a lot to earn it.
Because who have they played too, right? How they played, and then also who they played. But you're right, UCLA hasn't done anything wrong, and that's why it really doesn't matter who's number 1 right now. You just keep playing ball. That's what you got to tell your boys. But Jordan Stevens coming here and making his 10th appearance. Not coming into a situation that's very friendly. Bases loaded, only 1 out.
By the way, we mentioned Georgia Tech. This is, I'm going to try to fix this. I don't know if I can fix it this year, but I'm going to have to talk to our pro. Georgia Tech and Georgia will play in a week or so at Truist Park in Atlanta. There could be 30,000 people at that game.
And
there's no TV.
It's not going to be able to be witnessed.
I may just take my iPhone and go down there and just call it. You guys can stream it.
Dave's going Facebook Live on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Travel ball style.
Yeah, exactly. Put the phone up on the backstop, right?
What is Dave Neal doing with the ladder?
Yeah, we'll have Game Changer working. We'll stream the game on my iPhone. Yeah, it'll be great.
Everybody at home, friend Dave Neal on Facebook so you can watch it.
Colt Myers behind 0-2. Jordan Stevens trying to get the Dogs out of this jam. There's only 1 out and the bases are juiced. Misses wildly. About 1 Hyundai on that one.
Yeah, talked to the scouting report, said 98. He said, no, I can go to the triple digits, hit the 100 mark. He's coming there and letting it eat.
Top of the lineup, and Kyle Jones on deck. Myers 0 for 1. Lays off that one on the inside part. That was 99.
Well, that's the part, Dave. You mentioned, like, yeah, do you want to be 2 strikes in those first 3 pitches? He goes 0-2, but if you get action in those 3 pitches, you've gotten away from this full count. Now, we've seen a lot of fastballs. If I'm Myers, you better have that foot down ready to hit it.
And he walked one in. The Gators have taken the lead, 6-5.
How about that at bat from the freshman? Down 0-2, works a walk, gets an RBI, takes the lead.
I'll say this. The 0-2 fastball was way off the plate. Again, we go back to the term non-competitive 0-2 pitch. Get that a little closer to the plate. Maybe you create some action or a swing.
Especially when you throw 100 miles an hour.
And that one hits him in the leg, and that'll be another Florida run. So Kyle Jones picks up his second RBI of the day. Jones trying to run that one off as Georgia got another one up in the bullpen. That time it's Teddy Brennan, the left-hander. We got a little time. We can run through all of our promos for the day. We'll start with the Rally Cap crew. Going to break down the SEC baseball and softball weekend, highlights, analysis, and interviews. We'll get you set for the upcoming week and look at the best matchups as well. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern on the SEC Network, and of course you can always catch it on the ESPN app. Great show. I mean, it really does break it all down in the conference for you. And obviously so many teams on baseball and softball. There's so many teams that are just in the top 25. I mean, it's not just, you can say it's SEC, but it's kind of national storylines.
Yeah. Talk about shutdown innings. Neither team has had that shutdown inning. Look at that. Crooked numbers all over the scoreboard. But how about the lady from Oklahoma, the freshman, 31 home runs I saw in 42 games.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's getting it done.
Here is Brendan Lawson. He's 0 for 1 today, has a walk, scored a run, and Wes Johnson not going to let him face Jordan Stevens. We're going to step aside. Might get a cup of coffee.
Gonna need one.
Let's see, has he made the move yet? I haven't seen the official move to the bullpen.
It's coming. This has the look of, I'm gonna talk to the home plate umpire a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him what he thinks I should do. And there it is. They might need Lance Cormier, one of these teams, before the day's over. We'll see.
Maybe 1 inning.
Yeah, well, those are some azaleas. I thought we might be home by the back 9, but the way this one's going, we might catch maybe the trophy ceremony in Augusta. It is a gorgeous day, and of course, not too far from here, about an hour and a half, maybe hour 15 from Athens.
You got the Masters gear everywhere. I heard they do like 70-something million in 7 days.
It's
with no online sales. That's
yeah.
unbelievable.
I mean, it's hard not to go into that merchandise shop. First of all, you got to get in there. It's like there's like an hour and a half wait to get in. But nice. I mean, we've already broken off. Justin Bird making his 14th appearance, 2-1 with a 3.9 ERA, 29 2/3. I mean, he's, again, big strikeout guy, 37 Ks, just 6 walks. Let's see what Lawson does with the bases loaded. A big swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That had some movement. Goodness.
That's a beautiful pitch backed up off the fastball that he got ahead with. I mean, he's got great stuff too. Up to 96 with the heater and a nasty slider to match.
Lawson hangs in there. Well, if you're Florida, this is the guy you want at the plate. Your All-American candidate, hitting .340 with 11 homers and 31 runs batted in. He has walked and grounded out today.
He's 2 for 2 on the year with bases loaded too.
Here's the 0-2. Fouls that back. And watching Justin Bird on the mound, his 2 0-2 pitches have been very competitive 0-2 pitches.
Well, you have the guy in swing mode now. This is, so as he's fouled, yes, you've thrown 2 more. You're still in the driver's seat, but now he's swinging, right? So now that's when he might expand his zone and you get that chase.
Threw that one over the plate, and Lawson does his job. One hops off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. They'll be at second and third, and Lawson has a couple of more RBIs. And the Gators are opening this thing up. It is now 9-5, Florida. His 5th double of the year in RBIs, 32 and 33.
Well, you mentioned, Dave, what better guy to have up? The All-American. 0-2, just too much of the plate, inside-out swing. Like that 3 for 3 with bases loaded, 6 RBI on the season.
Fouled off a couple of really good 0-2 pitches and then finally found the barrel. And here Ethan Surowick, who hit a 108-mile line drive over the left field fence his first time up on the first pitch he saw today. Feels like that was like yesterday, but 3-run homer back in the first. 7 homers on the year for Surowick. Lays off that slider off the plate, 1-1. If you're just joining us, Surowick, top 5 in the country. Balls put in play with off his bat at 95 miles an hour or more. Boy, it looks right down the middle. 1-2. Good take there. Well, that's a pitch yesterday Florida was chasing all day.
Yeah, Bigu had the nasty slider. What do you have, 7 or 8 punch outs, or like 6 looking?
Second, third with 1 out. To the right side, that's through. Jones will score. Lawson comes in. 2 more on the board for Florida. It is 11-5. And a 6-run inning for Florida. Ten hits, and we're still in the third.
When you're talking, that's a fastball, like belt high, with 2 strikes, runs right back over the middle after a couple good takes. Look at the excitement right there by Surowick. He laid off that nasty slider down and away. It was able to get the fastball. That's how you tell kids, right? Teach kids hitting. Don't swing at the balls. The pitcher's going to come back to you. He got one to hit, made him pay. Pull up the stat broadcast and the team hitting summary. If you like numbers, those are some crazy numbers. I mean, overall, both teams are hitting over 500.
That one shot out of play off the bat of Carson Bowen.
Yeah, both teams combined were 15 of 28. Mix in some walks and some hit batters, and that's how we have 16 runs on the board. And
well, you know what? I mean, we're kind of waiting. Where we going to see some offense? Because the pitching has really dominated this series until today. Called strike 3, and that'll be out number 2. Bowen back to the dugout.
This is a beautiful slider. Even better catching. Looks like a stolen strike right there. Jackson's one of the best in the league at it.
Blake Sear now to the plate. Hits that one high in the air, out to right. Should be playable. Black to the warning track, and that'll do it. But how about 6 runs on the board? The Gators lead this one 11-5. Time for our All-State Good Hands play of the day. We'll go back to about an hour ago, but it was actually last half inning. Ryan Black out in right field with a heck of a grab, diving on the turf here at Foley Field for our Good Hands play of the day. That was worthy. I mean, if he doesn't make that catch,
that's what I'm saying. Where are we at in that inning?
Yeah. 11 runs, 10 hits for Florida. 5 runs, 5 hits for Georgia. And the way the Dogs hit the baseball, this thing is a long way from over.
I will agree with that statement.
296 for Ryan Black, who leads things off. Wes Johnson, last time he went out to make a pitching change, just stood there. Didn't say a word to anybody. Buying some time, waited for Alvaro January, the home plate umpire, to walk out there, and then I don't even think he said anything then. He just gave him the motion to make a change. That one shot out to center field, but Kyle Jones is there to make the catch. And left the bat at 103, but right at the center fielder.
And this is where you do not care. This is, hey, hit it as hard as you want. If it's an out right now, if you're a Gator fan, you will take every out right. possible, especially with this 6-run lead, but we got a lot of ball to play.
Colby Branch looks at a strike. Luke McNeely pumps 98. Branch way late on that. Chopper. That's going to go foul. Good thing it went foul. Branch would have easily beaten that out had anybody got a hand on it. Unfortunate break for Georgia. Good break for Florida. You know, physically speaking, you look at this Georgia team in the last couple of years under Wes Johnson, and he has just gone out and got some, I mean, I don't want to say they're all big old boys, but
Specimens.
yes.
On the mound and at the plate. Yeah, you talk about with the football team, right? When they get off the bus, they win the game when they get off the bus.
Yeah.
Georgia's offense, I mean, you look at the forearms, just the lower half, how strong they look, and then the guys that come on the mound, starting today with Matt Scott, 6'7".
I think that's one of the things that I've really seen change in the last decade in college baseball are just the physical presence of the college player now.
I mean, that's what you talk about, right, to young kids. If you really want to come into the college baseball and play as a young guy, you better look the part, you know, physically, because the age has gotten older, right? So when the average age might have, you know, used to be in the 20-21, now it's more the 21 and 22, and so you have a lot more maturity.
That one's down. McNeely thought he had a strike. But Branch will stroll down to first base. Look at the top 10 transfer classes, and Wes Johnson has done it again. I mean, he does sprinkle some freshmen in there, but it's basically built on plug and play guys for him in the transfer portal. Mississippi State, Brian O'Connor coming over from Virginia, brought some dudes with him from Virginia that were pretty good.
When you saw that list, that looked like the conference list with a couple sprinkled ACC, but that's the national.
Oh boy, high in the air out to right, but I think this one's going to stay in. Cole Johnson almost got it out of here. Just chipped it enough.
Yeah, a little too high off the bat, but he got enough of it. We thought that would have been his first one. He needs to get into the home run party for the Bulldogs.
Ball hit high in the air out to right, you just initially think it's got a chance. It's 3:14 down the line. Trey Phelps at the plate. Georgia's been great with 2 outs in this game. All 5 hits with 2 outs. All runs have been with 2 outs. Another base hit for the Dogs. So 2 on now, as Phelps gets his first hit today. Daniel Jackson. What a season for Daniel Jackson. 396, 16 homers, and 51 runs batted in. Second in the conference in batting average, second in home runs, second in RBIs, first in hits.
Don't sleep on the 17 stolen bases either.
Yeah,
18 tries.
That's your catcher.
I know. He's got to be one of the most athletic catchers in this country.
First and second for Georgia. 2 down in the inning. Make it 1 and 2. This is where Daniel Jackson just gave you the conference rankings. This is where he ranks nationally in those numbers. I'd say that's pretty good.
I like it.
Called strike 3. Jackson thought about pulling the trigger, did not, and it was over the plate. Nothing doing for the Bulldogs. When we come back, we will visit with Kevin O'Sullivan. His team up big, 11-5 after 3. This rubber match, 11-5. We move to the 4th inning. Dave Neal, Lance Cormier, Kevin O'Sullivan with a headset on down in that dugout. Sully, just first question. The approach today at the plate seemed very aggressive. Was that a big-time discussion heading into today's game about the way you guys would approach Georgia on the mound?
Really, it was just a matter of trying to stay in the middle of the field. We fouled a lot of balls off to the pull side yesterday, pulling off a lot of breaking balls, hitting a lot of balls and you know, into their dugout, which is not a good sign. So, you know, just trying to stay in the middle of the field, honestly.
Well, Coach, what's the message to the team when it's just back and forth, back and forth? How do you keep your guys just staying locked in?
Well, we're going to have to keep scoring, number one. And number two, that was a huge inning right there to put a 0 on the board. So, you know, we just got to get to the 6th because we're going to stretch out Josh today, you know, at the last third of the game. So we just got to piece it together and just when we score, we gotta somehow put up zeros and really limit the walks and try to stay away from the 3-run homer to get them back in the ball game.
All right, we'll see if you can do that. Appreciate the time, Sully.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Yeah, stay away from that 3-run homer. Georgia has been known to do that a time or two this year.
And like you said, the walks is what's going to happen, right? A walk, an error, and all of a sudden you got a blast. And then it gives the other team a little bit more confidence that they can stick around. But he's right. That 0 that McNeely just put up was huge.
Top of the 4th, Cade Curlin will lead things off. Cade missed some time, 3+ weeks earlier this year. Total 14 games with an injury. Returned a few weeks back in the Tuscaloosa trip for Florida, took on Alabama and got swept that weekend. Only got to play 14 games the year before that because of a shoulder injury. Looks healthy now, and they'll need him down the stretch. Blast that one out to right. And another leadoff. They're 4 for 4 in the leadoff department today.
That's such a good sign for Curlin right there, just keeping that front shoulder in and just being able to lace that ball the other way. 2 for 2 on the day with a walk.
Stripling 0 for 2. His average dipped down to 265. Sharply hit, just foul. just talking to Kevin O'Sullivan. He was mentioned he's going to really extend Josh. That's Joshua Rittenauer, who is one of their better bullpen arms, but has been an inning or two guy. They might try to get 9 outs out of him, if not more.
Well, yeah, he mentioned the 6, so.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's where you got to go with your gut and who you feel best with. And Rittenauer is the guy he feels most comfortable with, especially after how the weekend has gone.
Well, that one's popped up way into the air. Michael O'Shaughnessy makes the catch. Hayden Yost only had 1 home run coming into today's game. Doubled that back in the second.
Yeah, watch him just get the head of the bat out. That ball's up and in, and he lays the barrel right to it. Again, we thought that was, all right, what's going to happen? And boy, all Florida has done, they haven't stopped. Another homer after that, but 109 mile an hour off the bat.
Went 390, but it was a moonshot 390. He came in with 2 RBIs, has an RBI today. He scored a couple of runs, 2 for 2. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Justin Bird on the mound for Georgia. Already the 5th pitcher used by Wes Johnson today. Scott got the start. He went an inning and a third. Oh my goodness. Is that going to go over the scoreboard? Oh my gosh. Into the tree beyond the scoreboard. I mean, what in the world's going on with Hayden Yost? He was hitting 167 with 1 homer and 2 runs batted in coming into this game. He is now 3 for 3 with 2 blasts.
Just out over the middle, 106 mile an hour, but 417 feet.
The bunt's popped up and caught there.
You said over the scoreboard. That was over the scoreboard, hit a tree behind the scoreboard. This was blasted.
Wow.
I love the facial expression too, coming in like, oh yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah. There's another base hit. Kyle Jones. He has now reached base 4 consecutive times today with a couple of singles, a home run, and a hit by pitch. You know, Kyle Jones loved that base knock. Bird, they were high school teammates at North Oconee High School and won a state championship together. That one is lifted, a little pop up and shallow left. Cole Johnson will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But hello, Hayden Yost, making the most of an opportunity today in a big way. When we come back, we'll visit with Wes Johnson. Georgia. Florida up 13-5. Joining us now, Wes Johnson down in that Georgia dugout. And I know, Wes, this has not gone as planned to start this one. Obviously, with your offense, you certainly have the chance to get back in. I'm just curious from a pitching standpoint now, how do you kind of manage this the rest of the way out in a situation like this?
Well, it'd be real cool if we get a 0 on that scoreboard, right? Yeah, no, you just got to keep pitching. Your hitters got to keep grinding. You know, there's a reason it's, you know, the game is long and slow, and we got to grind things out. We've got to do a better job. I mean, as you guys know, y'all are up there, got a better view than us. We're leaving a lot of pitches right down the middle. And we got to get the ball to the edges and get back to pitching the way we know how. And if we can, we might be able to put a 0 up.
All right, we'll see if that can happen. But I appreciate you putting the headset on. Wes, thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks, and go Dogs.
Man, it's a tough deal. I mean, you come to the ballpark and you think your starter, Matt Scott, who's had great numbers, had a sub-2 ERA. He's been out of the bullpen. He's been starting, and it's just like the things had worked out. They used him kind of as a swing guy. If they weren't going to use him on Friday or Saturday, he was going to be a starter here. But it just went off the rails in the second inning.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming in 5-0 with 2 saves in 8 games. Yeah. So you're going like, this guy's just getting it done. And yeah, that's not how you draw it up. And you know, especially what we have come to know with the Georgia offense, we thought it would be flipped. But that means even more credit to Florida's offense for making the pitchers pay when they're in the middle part of the plate.
Offense, you know, you don't have to get it all, as they say. Don't have to get it all right here. Get a couple of runs, get a little momentum, take some of that out of that dugout for Florida. And McNeely, to this point, has done a nice job to settle things down. And, you know, even the best laid plans can go haywire sometimes. So you just kind of, if you're Kevin O'Sullivan, you've got the plan in your mind. You just hope Reitner, when you get to him, who you've set up for this moment.
But he knows he has to get so far to get to him, and we're still a couple innings away from that.
Yeah, you hope McNeely, if you're a Florida fan, can get it 6 outs before some damage is done. That one is lifted into the gap in left center, and that one is to the wall. So Oriach with a double to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
Dave, I've been impressed with Oriach's approach. Again, big fella, obviously wants to do a lot of damage, but just really takes what the pitcher gives him, the fastball down and away, shoots it that way for a leadoff double, but it's a pretty swing. And it's almost like he's just quietly settling in into his role. Rylan Lujo, another guy, same type of thing. You have Phelps and Jackson getting all the pub and almost basically carrying the pressure, and these guys are just free and easy swinging the bat.
Lujo 2 for 2. Out to left, and Blake Sear is there to make the catch. So Lujo retired. Here's Michael O'Shaughnessy. He singled, picked up a couple of RBIs in the first, walked in the second. Certainly different pitching staffs, but go back to Tuesday. George hit those 5 home runs, put up 28 runs in a midweek game in 7 innings, I might add.
You always want to say, right? Yes, the game's not over till you get that last out. And, well, yeah, anybody can come back. But, like, if you want to believe it, this is the one offense that if you go, hey, like, I'm going to say they can come back if they just keep chipping away. But that's where Luke McNeely will take that line drive to left field just to get an out.
Georgia's offense, though, 12 hits yesterday, but no home runs in back-to-back games. It is the longest stretch this year without a home run. Boy, nice pitch from McNeely. Really fooled Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy kind of was one of those awkward swings. I'm going to swing. I'm not going to swing. I'm going to swing.
I mean, McNeely's got disgusting stuff. That is the perfect placement for that breaking ball down. You see the catcher doesn't have to block it right behind home plate. It looks like his fastball. Very last second, it just disappears. That's where you want to put it. And you talk about a two-strike competitive pitch. That was it.
Fouled off at the plate. 2 down for Brendan Hudson. Hudson back-to-back strikeouts, his first 2 plate appearances. His average down to 277. Gators do have Ernesto Lugo Cancello in that bullpen, but won't need him right now because Luke McNeely looking sharp, puts up another 0. That might have been one of his best innings of the year.
It really has. And when Florida needed it most, the slider again, just sitting there looking at it, perfectly placed. Back-to-back zeros for McNeely.
Athens GA. Boy, what a beautiful campus on the spring day. At Foley Field. They have put a bunch of money into this place over the last couple of years. Magnificent stadium right here in the middle of Stegman Coliseum, the football practice complex. And it is a complex now. Indoor facility. They're building some new practice football fields as well. Just a little piece of the campus, and drove by Sanford Stadium. That is one of the most picturesque settings you will find in college football. It's great to look at it every now and then when it's empty, just to see how big that thing really is.
That's the part when you get to go on campus in baseball season and you see the stadium, you're like, that just makes you respect what football brings.
Yes,
and all of a sudden these things
does.
fill up with 100,000 people just to come watch a game.
Surowick pops it up in front of the Gator dugout, and he'll be the first out of the inning. They finally got Surowick. He was 3 for 3 with a home run before that. As you look at our game summary, 5 RBIs for Surowick as well today.
With 13 earned runs, that's going to wreck some ERAs.
Yes.
That's the first time Florida, leadoff guy, first time not getting on.
Well, we talked to Wes Johnson a moment ago, and basically said we got to start with putting up a 0 if we want to have any kind of comeback. And let's see if they can do it here. As Justin Bird gets the first out of the inning. That one's off the fist and slicing foul. Just to tick off the plate at 95. Good pitch, though.
You've been around this league on a Sunday, game 3. That ball's getting called.
Yes,
that
yeah,
ball used to
exactly.
get
Yeah.
called.
Yes.
13-5. Umpire's going to expand the zone just a little.
Brought that one in an inch or two, and it's fouled out of play. We'll do it again. You know, one of the things now, you know, obviously with the TrackMan, the last few years has been incorporated. And so the umpire that might have given that 7, 8, 9 years ago now is judged on that, and they can't
budge off of it,
No.
but I mean, sometimes you take that one pitch.
Out to center field. Lujo, shy of the warning track, makes the catch. That'll be 2 down. Here's Blake Sear. Struck out, singled, stole a base. Popped up in foul territory. First pitch he sees. So I wonder how Sully, we talked to Sully about the hitting approach today because the Gators have been super aggressive on the first pitch today. I mean, it started from the very first at-bat. And he said the conversation was about, hey, man, let's drive the ball back up the middle. We were fouling them off in their dugout. I wonder how that translates to the fact that they're swinging almost every first pitch.
Well, I mean, the exact same swing he just had, that roll over into the dugout.
That's the one he wanted to
That's
avoid.
the one he's wanting to avoid.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, let's stay there. But, I mean, that's when you're in the middle part of the field, you're seeing the ball a little deeper, so then you see it spin maybe sooner. It helps you adjust to the fastball. All of those things, it's just better hitting. And so it's easier said than done, obviously, because when you get out there, a lot of times they want to pull the ball, hit the ball at the ballpark, get the ball down the line or whatever. But when you think middle part of the field, that's usually when you can have the most success.
It has worked today. Dogs giving up 13 runs and 13 hits, and this one's high in the air out to left. Cole Johnson will give way to Lujo, who has to drop it. I'm not sure what that was all about. Cole Johnson was like camping out, and Lujo called him off and had to run an extra 30 yards.
Well, Dave, I can feel the breeze here inside the booth, and you can see the big flag. That's a huge flag, so when it starts moving, but you're right, Cole Johnson is camped under. This ball is skied high, and it looks like it's just a routine out. I was about to say Coach Johnson got that 0 he wanted, then Lujo calls him off, and I mean, he's 20 feet from Cole Johnson when all of a sudden calls him off, so he wasn't even close.
Boy, and the Dogs had a chance for their first 1, 2, 3 inning of the day. Now you get Cade Curlin. Sad part about that, again, from a pitching perspective, that goes down as a double.
I know where you're at. You're thinking like a pitcher, Dave. When your
Well,
son's a pitcher,
right,
you're thinking the same way I was.
I mean,
that guy scores right here on a duck fart, and all of a sudden it's an earned run.
It's Crazy game how they scored. Yeah, I mean, that was just obviously the wind infected it, but it was just a kind of a lazy fly ball. Not so lazy for Pujols out there, though. But Bird can get out of it right here, makes the pitch. It's 2-2 on Kurland. Here's a ground ball out to short. Branch, boy, he looks so good. So Florida leaves one. Nothing on the board for the Gators. They got that 0 that Wes Johnson was looking for. Now they need their bats to get cranked up. Texas versus Tide is our next SEC story. Premieres Wednesday at 8 Eastern right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. It chronicles one of the most exciting College World Series ever, highlighted by Longhorns Roger Clemens and Calvin Schiraldi. And, of course, the Crimson Tide's Dave Magadan, who hit, was it 525?
525.
525. Arizona State's Barry Bonds was in that College World Series. Michigan's Barry Larkin. I would say it's some high-end talent.
Yes. Guys played a long time, and be cool to go find number of years service in the big leagues from that field of Omaha.
Yeah. Our stats guy today, J.D. Rutledge, the legendary J.D. Rutledge, was actually the Alabama SID back in 1983. How about that? He remembers that quite well.
He remembers it quite well.
525, man.
I'm telling you, like, when we have some of our teammates used to always go, like, dude, like, you're frustrated when you go 2 for 4 and your average drops. Like, how do you leave the clubhouse going, I went 2 for 4, my average plummeted a little bit.
2 for 4 with 2 doubles, and I lost 3 points in my batting average.
Right.
That one is hooking foul. Magadan, by the way, in that College World Series, started the CWS 8 for 8 that year in 1983.
But it was what was the total? I think it was, I mean, it was like, I think he only got out like 2 or 3 times the whole time over there. That's how you also get a place in the stadium where they, you know, serve food and call it the 525 Club. You get it named after you.
You know, in the SEC tournament, 10 for 11.
That's what it was.
Year.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Mississippi State. The tournament that year was at Mississippi State. You know, they used to play on campus.
That would be. Yeah. I love it at Hoover, but how would that be cool? Like, what would you want to see that where it would go to campus and you get, I mean, that would be a lot to experience everybody's campus 16 years before you get to host it again, but I think they'll probably keep it at Hoover.
I just think, I mean, some of the ballparks could certainly handle
it. Right.
But, like, you know, Vanderbilt's got a fantastic stadium. It's just small because of their landlocked. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hoover, you can fit 20,000. You could get that, especially on those big games. And
But yes, there is something to be said about taking it to a campus site.
Yeah, because I can remember one of the most memorable games in my career in college was a game that I just sat, watched a guy pitched. It was 1999. It was us at Alabama versus Arkansas in the finals of the SEC championship. I think there was like 19,000 fans, and since Arkansas is not really close, so they had about 200, so there was about 18,000 something Bama fans, and we had a guy, Jeremy Vaughn. I think he had 2 innings all year going against Arkansas, who was the regular season champ. We were second, and so it was basically the 2 best teams going head-to-head, and he went 7 in the 3rd inning, got the greatest ovation I think I've ever heard as a player, and the smile on his face, and I mean, that to me was one of the coolest games. And if you play it at a place like that, 20,000 fans got to experience it, and you got to see that and feel that energy.
You know, those were the days when they're starting at Hoover where it was kind of, LSU would always bring fans, but ooh, that ball's hit pretty hard down the line off the bat of Branch. It'll bounce over the wall. That'll be a double for Branch. That'll be his 7th, and the Dogs will have him at 2nd and 3rd, and there's nobody out. And a couple of arms, again, up and moving around. Ricky Reith, who pitched in game 1 of this series, is up.
Well, Dave, when you start talking about how does a big inning start, you got the leadoff walk, and then you got a guy that's been really cold, but we know there's stuff in there. Kobe Branch, hands stay inside really well, shoot that ball down the line, get you a little ground rule double, and now you got opportunities to start chipping away a little bit.
And looks like there will be a little meeting on the mound. We've seen this a few times. There is a 30-second clock for these meetings. It's out there in center field. So there is, let's see if our home plate umpire, Alvaro January, is eyeballing. He is. He's making his way out there right now with 2 seconds, 1 second, and the meeting should be over. Let's go. There it is.
And cue the coach walking out of the dugout as they extended it out to get the guy ready, right? That's, you know, nowadays with the pitch comm and all the things, they can talk to the catcher. Hey, would you go out and talk to him and stall for just a little bit? Here we go.
So let's see if he wants to go righty or lefty. Looks like he's going to go to the left-hander. We'll update the change when we come back. Don't forget, number 18 Texas A&M, number 24 LSU will play the second game of a huge 3-game series Saturday night at the Box in Baton Rouge. We'll have it for you right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 7 Central Time. Here is our newest pitcher on the mound, Ernesto Lugo Quinchola, the senior out of Pleasant Grove, Utah. Not a whole lot of lefties available for Kevin O'Sullivan this year. But this guy's getting a lot of work. It's 18th time he has been out on the mound.
Yeah, 18th time in 37 games. So if you want to come watch Florida, you're probably going to see Ernesto get out there. But and then why not? I mean, the stuff's good. It's 21 innings. I mean, it's fastball, slider, change combo. He can run it up there to 93 miles an hour, but really, really tough on lefties. Not afraid to move and change the arm angles. So a lot to see from Ernesto Lugo Conchola.
Nobody out, but he comes in with runners at second and third. Georgia going to the bench. Henry Allen grabbing a bat. Henry, a .311 hitter. He's got double-figure home runs with 10. And with the left-hander on the bump, he gets the call. And first pitch in there for a strike, 93 miles an hour. Fouled straight back, 0-2.
That's what you want to see, a guy coming in out of the bullpen, attacking the strike zone. You know, his job's just to minimize. Obviously, you hope you don't want to give up any runs, but with two guys on, nobody out, you're thinking just don't want to give up both of them possibly. Can you get a ground ball, maybe to third base, keep the runner at second, then a punch out and see if you can get out of the inning.
Ernesto out of Pleasant Grove, Utah. 2-2 now. Playing Division II baseball last year at Northwest Nazarene. Started though Salt Lake Community College. Sharply hit foul. Ernesto, D2 pitcher of the year last year. Went 13-0 with a 2 ERA. Oh, how about that pitch? 80 miles an hour. Gets Allen for out number one.
He attacks the strike zone, big time breaking ball. And again, we saw it from McNeely right behind the plate where the catcher didn't have to block. It's the perfect placement for that swing and miss.
Phelps swings and misses 1-1. Phelps grounded out, hit by a pitch, singled. Another off-speed pitch in there for a strike to Phelps, who came in leading the conference in batting average, 4th in home runs, 6th in runs batted in. Dogs have had a runner in scoring position every inning today. 4 for 10 in that situation at the plate. Black's down at third. Colby Branch, who doubled, is at second. Boy, just throwing some of that soft stuff up there, and Phelps over swinging.
Well, I mean, it's super high spin rate on the slider. It's 2,800 RPMs. I mean, this is coming in right there, back foot. It's coming all the way across. Conchola's on the middle to the other side of the rubber, so that ball's just coming. It's traveling a long way, but just continue to attack Phelps on the inside part of the plate. How about this? He's got an opportunity to get out of the inning with second and third, nobody out.
And with Daniel Jackson, he may be going righty-righty matchup.
But this also might be too, hey, look, we got a base open. We got Oriach on deck, the other lefty. Maybe just this might be a strategy. Hey, how do we want to pitch him? Because you're right. 3-run home run all of a sudden gives a little confidence, gives a little momentum, but with the lefty on there, how tough he's been. But I like the stuff so far against he threw to Phelps. That was a really nice job against a tough righty.
Yep, he's going to leave him in. And they're going to just see if they take their chances here with Daniel Jackson with his 16 home runs. Has a hit today. He's 1 for 2. He's walked and struck out as well.
Be willing to bet you're going to see a lot of off-speed pitches away. If you throw fastballs, you know, it's got to be ahead of the count, but make sure he hits the one you want. Don't give in.
Up and away, just off the plate. 51 runs batted in for Jackson. That is second best in the conference. You do have the left-handed Jordy Oriach up next. Catches a little piece of the plate, 2-1. Out to right. Yost makes a catch, and that'll do it for Georgia. They had runners at second, third, and nobody out. But they get out of the jam, and the Gators lead at 13-5 after 5. Well, Justin Bird back on the mound. He's gone 2 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 strikeout. Giving up a couple doubles and a home run. But got a 0 last inning, which is why he's back out there. Something that Georgia had not done the previous 4 innings.
Oh, that's good coaching. Guy gets a 0, keep running it back out there.
This has been an offensive just slugfest, at least the first few innings, and then Florida looking more like Georgia has, hitting some mammoth home runs. Hayden Yost with 2 home runs today. Landon Stripling will lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 due up, including Yost's first pitch. Out to left, and Stripling is retired. Well, Hayden Yost has had a heck of a day.
We've got 2 blasts, 807 feet total. That was 390. This one's 417 over the scoreboard. doubling his total, right? Came in with 1, now he's got 3.
I mean, it's he has put on a power show today. Georgia's put up crooked numbers in the first 4 innings. 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 6 in the third, and 2 more in the fourth.
You could live there at 95. You put up a little bit more zeros than you think.
Yost came into this game 5 for 22 on the year, 227 average, 1 homer. He is now 3 for 3 today with a couple of home runs. His average is up to 259. That's a pretty good day. And draws a walk. Crowd didn't like it. Even Yost, I think Yost's hesitation out of the box kind of got people riled up.
I think he didn't know if he wanted to leave his gloves there or not. But I mean, like, you're talking about a guy seeing the ball really well, because that ball is dotted right where you want to as a pitcher, but just a tad bit off. And that, to me, is one of the most impressive things, is the hitters, how much and how well they know the strike zone these days, especially with the TrackMan. They're so used to it in the fall. TrackMan basically is what they use as their umpires in their fall scrimmages. And I mean, those guys know exactly where that ball's at.
Here's Colt Myers, 0 for 2 today. That'll catch a piece of the plate. 0-1 on Myers. That ball's hit hard out to left, but the catch made there for out number 1. Or excuse me, out number 2, as Allen's out in left field now. Kyle Jones stepping to the plate. Remember this back in the 2nd inning?
That's a lot long.
Yeah, I was just making sure if you remembered it. I know he'll remember it.
Yeah, he will, because I don't know if the ball's carrying like it was early that year. I mean, we see that ball that just died. Henry Allen had to come in. But he's having a day. 3 for 3 with a hit by pitch, so on base all 4 times. A little homecoming.
one's up and in. 1-1 to count to Kyle Jones. Kyle Jones has seen his average go from 307 to start the day with this 3-for-3 afternoon. It's up to 321 now. How about 4-for-4? Oh, they're going to throw back to second and safe. Boy, he just did sneak back in. Yost almost got caught taking a big turn around second.
Yeah, Rylan Luho comes up firing. It was perfect because he timed it just enough, but the throw was a little bit to the other side of second base. You'll see right here, Trey Phelps has to get it on the other side, pick it, and then come back. If it's right on the bag, I think Yost is gone.
Here's Brendan Lawson now. 1 for 3. He doubled in the third. Picked up a couple of RBIs in the process. High in the air. Boy, the wind seems to be affecting this one, and almost a collision there. There actually was a collision, but not a bad one, as Ryan Black came in from right field. Phelps able to hang on. And the Dogs get off the field, heading to the bottom of the 6th, 13-5 Florida.
Fixation.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
Back to Omaha, June 12th. Here's what D1 baseball projections, and of course this will be going on now for the next 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I guess. Figuring out who we think the top 8 national seeds will be. Southern Miss to me is a team that has not gotten nearly the attention. They have strung together now 3, 4, 5 really, really good years of baseball down there. They've always been a good program, but they, I mean, have been elite level type stuff, sitting right now as the number 8 national seed.
Well, it's a team that can pitch it always. That's what they've been known for. But now the offense is there, and the excitement is there. It's a really cool place to play. I mean, Pete Taylor Park, what can they get about 5,000 to 6,000 that they really want to get to. So it has that SEC type atmosphere. And so there's not a lot of teams that would want to go play there because it can get rowdy.
Hey, they've gotten Ole Miss and Mississippi State went down there and they both got beat. That is not an easy place to go, for sure. Georgia, of course, easily a top 8 national seed at this point in the season. Georgia, though, tough time last year in the NCAA tournament. And there is another strikeout. Moriarty goes down. That lefty-lefty matchup against Lugo Cancello is a tough one, tough ask.
Well, how about Florida's bullpen with Cancello getting that third punch out and 4 hitters he's faced? I mean, 2 1/3 innings. They've given up 4 runs in the first 2 games. They've got 3 2/3. They've been asked a lot, right? Because the starter goes down, giving up 3 hits, but 7 punch outs, and the biggest thing, zeros on the board.
Rylan Lugo. He's 2 for 3 today. His average up to 389. He's got 5 home runs on the year. Lugo, sophomore transfer, makes his home Coconut Creek, Florida. It's crazy to think this guy, he's got so much just talent. Started his career at Dayton. Came out of that program, Stoneman Douglas, where they are just loaded with talent. Pop up right side. And the catch is made there. Stripling. That'll be out number 2.
Dave, watch this. Landon Stripling. So the ball is, the fly ball's high. He doesn't necessarily know where it's at. So he takes off. He's not watching the ball. So he takes off, finds the spot. Then all of a sudden he pulls his head up, looks, finds it. I loved how he got there in that position. Kate Curlin there just in case, but that was well done.
Ground ball off the bat of Ryan Wynn. And that is an easy inning as Wynn gets his first AB of the day and first pitch swinging. He's out 1, 2, 3. First time today dogs are retired in order. The 18th ranked Texas A&M, 24th ranked LSU. They'll be in Baton Rouge for Big 3-game series, and we'll have game 2 for you next Saturday night from the box in Baton Rouge. It'll be right here on this very network, and of course you can always catch it on the ESPN app. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 Central. Ryan Wynn stays in the game. He'll play second. That'll move Trey Phelps over to third. Shaughnessy is out of the game. And Ethan Surowick comes to the plate. They finally got him out his last time up. Popped him up in foul territory, but 3 for 4 today, average at 324, 7 homers, 38 runs batted in. 5 of those coming today. Gulfport, Mississippi. He dominated the Northwoods League last year. We were talking about it before the game today, how much fun he had. And I was like, yeah, of course it's fun. You have 20 homers and 71 runs batted in a couple of months of baseball. Yeah, it's going to be fun. This was pretty fun if you're Ethan Surwick.
That ball was, I feel like it didn't get above 20 feet off the ground and somehow still made it out, but that just shows you how strong of a man he is. Yeah, it's always fun to run around the bases.
You know, he and I were talking about summer baseball. These guys go to Cape Cod, Northwoods League, Coastal Plains. There's all kinds of leagues out there. And what did you do? Did you go to any of that stuff?
I went to Cape Cod. I was freshman year, kind of finished the season hurt, was possible Team USA tryout, but then just couldn't throw. So, but sophomore year Cape Cod League, and then junior year draft, didn't go, but decided to do a little summer school just to kind of get on pace to graduate in 4 years.
Looks like we got some sort of discussion. Our third base, Eddie Newsom says, yeah, pitch comm issue. Eddie Newsom says, we will stop the game.
Yeah, I think he said, let's go. Like, hurry it up, get that thing ready.
You know, again, I'm going to keep saying this because I think our audience doesn't know much about the PitchCom situation. There are 14 devices that can be handed out. Each team has the ability to do that. You can have the little speaker in your head, on your headband around your hat, which is what he has. You can have a wristband where they can punch in some numbers to show you something. You see guys look down at their wrist, pitchers do. And you can have the earpieces. And you have 14 of those that you can put around the field, or you can have a couple of them in the dugout if you want, but you have 14. What's interesting is pitchers like to have, many of them have the little speaker. Catchers, first baseman will wear the earpieces because those speakers, you can hear the communication if you're standing close enough. So which is why they have the earpieces and not the little speakers in the cap.
Yeah, because if you're the catcher, they might be a little too loud and the hitter hears it, right? But I was shocked to hear too that there's, you know, when guys come in and they got a 5-pitch mix, okay, yeah, you throw all the pitches. Well, that's not always good if you come to the communication, because sometimes the coaches have buttons they can push and it'll be like, take a deep breath instead of fastball away. All right, take a deep breath. Nice slider right there for another K. I've liked what I've seen from Mr. Bird so far this afternoon. He's been able to stymie the Florida offense, put up a couple zeros in a row, but just a little curveball into zone for a punch out.
I just go back, I mean the years run together, but go back 7. Even when you were playing, it was the pitching coach or the head coach doing the signs for the pitches and getting it to the catcher, who would then relay it to you. I mean, it was just, you think about that process, it doesn't happen anymore.
Well, then it was, you had obviously the legend Skip Bertman, and you talk about his coaching tree. My head coach was Jim Wells. Yeah. And then you had Coach Mike Bianco, who obviously caught under Skip Bertman, and it was another, you know, Bertman tree, and all of a sudden, like, they all had the same signs. So I guess coaches on the top step calling the same signs, and we're like, Coach, could you please hide, because the same thing you're calling, they know. I mean, the catcher's at the plate. You know, you have a guy like Brad Cressy just staring in our dugout, watching our coach give signals, and you're like, well, of course he knows what's coming.
I didn't think like that, but yeah, that would be a problem.
It was
right.
So, man, it was, you know, that was the battle. Those guys, when they would all coach against each other, because obviously you want to beat your mentor, but boy, Coach Berman had some unbelievable teams back in the day.
Fouled straight back from Bowen. He's 0 for 4 today. Florida has put together 15 hits. Their season high was 17 in the game against Arkansas on the road back in late March. One down in the inning and bases are empty. Ground ball out to Branch. 2 down. Now Blake Sear. Blake Sear had a tough weekend against Ole Miss last weekend, running into the wall, and I mean, pretty hard. I mean, it was a vicious collision, and Was put in concussion protocol. Okay, though, survived all that. Able to get back here, back on the field this weekend. 2 for 4. Florida put up 3 in the first. Georgia answered with 2 of their own in the first. 2 more by the Gators in the second. Georgia put up 3 in the second, so we were tied at 5, and then that's when Florida put 6 up in the third and created some separation. And we really came into this game thinking, like, as far as like game 3 starters in conference play, like this was going to be a pretty tasty little matchup on the mound, and it did not certainly go that way.
I mean, and you had, because not only it was who was on the mound, but you had 2 guys that were hot, right? Their last outings were really good, and we haven't seen like the crazy offensive numbers that we in the first 2 games that we thought we would see. So we were like, hey, we're excited for this pitching matchup. Hitters had a different opinion on that one.
Yeah, today was a little different for them. And it really started. Kyle Jones squared up on the first pitch of the game to bunt, fouled it back, and then the next pitch he saw, singles to right, and the hit parade was on for Florida at that point. And they were all first pitch swing. Serwick's home run in the first was first pitch he saw.
Yeah, Matt Scott looks up and he's like, it's 3-0 and I've thrown 7 pitches. You know, you're going, but that's how you got to be ready. I mean, that's like the knockout on the first round when a boxer comes out there just throwing haymakers and you're like, oh, shoot, I wasn't expecting this.
Called strike 3, and that'll get the Dogs off the field. So another 0 by Justin Bird.
Boy, how about Justin Bird? 4 2/3 out of the bullpen. Scoreless right here. How about that punch out? Well, the story of the game, obviously the Florida offense, but you got to get some pitching, and they've gotten it from the bullpen. Luke McNeely, 2 1/3, 4 punch outs. Big thing, zeros. Handed the ball off to Ernesto Lugo Conchola. Hitless, 3 punch outs in his 2 innings. So you got 4 1/3 innings from the Gators bullpen, 7 punch outs. And big thing, zeros on the board.
This guy was playing Division II baseball last year. Is now pitching in the SEC and mowing cats down.
And dogs.
And dogs. Yeah.
It's been a long day.
It has. Chopper to short. Nice little flip over there. Well done by Colt Myers, who's getting a lot of reps at short with the illness to Brendan Lawson, who is the designated hitter today. When Lawson does get back, they'll probably plug him in there, and they can possibly move Myers to third, maybe Surowick over to first, or kind of do some kind of sequence like that.
It definitely gives you a lot more option. There's a lot more depth because, I mean, you have a young guy. I'm telling you, I think it's you never want to see an All-American guy go out of the lineup. But being able to put the freshman in there, he's racking up at bats because that's the only thing that's going to make him better in his career is just getting that experience.
Ryan Black 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Gators have just been, I mean, every team is going to have a couple of injuries, but we did a game last week down at Florida, and they had 4 starters out. Now, guys are starting to trickle back in a little bit, but I think Sully would like to have all of his bullets down the stretch, and that's a close play at first, and Black beats it out. Good hustle down the line. Curlin looking over there at first base right now, and Stripling, they're kind of looking at each other like,
that's Curlin did what he had to do. I mean, this is how you draw it up, but you got to give this to Black. I mean, for hustling out of the box, you see, look, he is not waiting, hesitating, good sprint, but Stripling goes a little too far. The ball is right at Cade Curlin, and he just takes his time getting back because Cade Curlin has to wait, right? Because he's there. Landon Stripling's not even looking at him. But I think Cade Curlin's like, hey, that was right at me. Why, you came a little bit too much to my side.
And because he had to chase back to the bag, he didn't have time for a full stretch. He might have been able to, if he'd been able to get out there, might have been able to make that play. But instead, Black hustles down the line and sets it up for Colby Branch now, who is 1 for 1 with a couple of walks today.
You know, for him, this has been a positive game for, like we talked about, hitting 128 coming into play in conference, but all of a sudden you have an opportunity, you're on base 3 times. This at bat is really big for you to keep that kind of momentum rolling.
Well, that is right off of Alvaro January's face mask, our home plate umpire, and he is in some trouble down there. He has not moved really since. There you go. I mean, it took his mask off. That's how hard it hit it. Some smiling going on down there. Hopefully that is a good sign. And Alvaro will wear that one well. I mean, that took his mask off.
What do they always say? It's like basically sitting by there and just have a horse kick you in the mask.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
Right, yeah.
Oh gosh. Good to see him back, though.
0-2 the count to Branch. Popped him up in the infield. Surowick makes the catch. So Henry Allen, who struck out as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning, stayed in the game to play left. Stroll back in there with his .308 average, double-figure home runs on the year. He's 9th in this lineup today. Lugo Quinchola has retired 8 of 9 that he has faced so far.
Yeah, I think the only guy that got on was a routine ground ball to second base that,
yeah,
for the most part, isn't out, but goes down as a hit.
Fouled straight back.
He's been in attack mode, right? Came in out of the bullpen, right? That's the biggest thing you have to do. Obviously, throwing strikes is important all the time, but when you come in with men on base, you got to attack the strike zone. He has 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. He comes in and gets back-to-back punch outs, then gets an out, so gets out of that inning, and has done nothing else but just pound the strike zone with multiple pitches.
Again, his fastball's 91, 92. I think I saw 93 earlier.
Yeah, first one I think was 93, so it's up there. So, I mean, but it's enough fastball.
Yeah.
Especially when he mixes in the breaking ball, 4 strikes, and also plays behind home plate like he has for a couple of the punch outs.
That ball shot back up the middle. So with 2 outs, the Dogs have 2 on. And the lineup will flip to Trey Phelps.
Breaking ball, too much at the plate, stayed up a little, still not a bad pitch. Something you got to tip your hat as a pitcher. Good piece of hitting. Henry Allen with that first hit of the day for him.
So, finally, Sully's making Vero January walk out there every time before he makes a picture change. Not doing Mr. January, yeah, any favors today. But a good job by, though, Lugo Cancello. Pretty good day for Ernesto Lugo Canchola. Young man was, again, pitching in Division II baseball last year at Northwest Nazarene in Utah and has become a key factor in this Gator bullpen. 2 2/3, couple of hits, 3 strikeouts. And of course, as you talked about a moment ago, got out of that jam with no outs.
That was a big part.
Yeah.
I mean, that really shut it down at that point for the Georgia offense, and he continued on, and he hands the ball to the freshman, Joshua Reitner. I mean, 6'2", 210 flamethrower. We could see some triple digits. And I mean, when you look at the 18 innings, the 10 hits, I mean, the numbers are there. It's everything you want to see. So welcome to NCAA baseball for the freshman. But when you have the stuff he has, it tends to get a little easier.
31 Ks, 12 walks. Jackson Barberi, also a guy that can hit triple digits for Florida, but he is out for a couple of weeks with a strained oblique. Should be fine, just a matter of rest for him.
Yeah, they want to get him ready for that playoff push. I mean, when you talk getting the postseason, you're going to need that, so why risk it?
Trey Phelps, though, with 2 on, 2 out, 1 for 3 today. 92 miles an hour. Georgia started this game. They were hot with runners in scoring position, went 4 for 4, but since then they are 0 for 8. And now Georgia, last home run was in the 6th inning of their game Tuesday night. Have not hit one this series. The streak is now up to 24 innings. That one's fouled off at the plate. 1-2 the count. I know, and you mentioned most teams you look at it by games. Like they were in a 7-game. For Georgia, they hit so many home runs, we have to do it by innings. Still lead the country with 98 home runs this year.
And some of those aren't even like full games. It's like you had to go get a piece of a couple
Yeah,
innings
right,
from one
right.
game, tag it onto this game.
14 of those home runs by this guy, and Trey Phelps is hit by a pitch again. He is a magnet.
And everybody said, "How is it?" It's a break. Well, it's a slider. It is coming in at 92 miles an hour, so it still feels like a fastball hitting you.
22nd time he's been hit by a pitch this year. 22 times.
See, just not able to get those fingers through the ball, and that just stays in on him. But yeah, 92 mile an hour slider off the leg.
Better than 97. Swing and a miss from Jackson. Jackson gets a hold of one here, and this changes the whole dynamic in a hurry. Jackson with 16 home runs, second in the conference to Caden Sorrell at A&M, who has 17 coming into today. Caden at Texas A&M also leads conference in RBIs, 5th in batting average.
But if you want to keep pace, this is your opportunity, right? He's come up with men on base multiple times, and he's gotten it done.
Bases loaded, sharply hit. They will go to second and get the out there, and Jackson a little frustrated, leaving the bases loaded. Nothing doing. Reitner does his job, gets the Gators off the field. To the 8th we go. Well, we didn't think it would be Florida that would lead the way with power this weekend, but that's been the case. I mean, they have just tattooed some baseballs today and this weekend. Had a couple of home runs in game 1 and some moon shots from Hayden Yost today, who came in with 1 home run, and he will leave with at least 3.
Here we go. And you're right, that first one was an absolute moonshot. I mean, he leaned back on it, and it went into the ivy, almost into the frat houses up there.
And our new pitcher, Joe Nottingham, takes over. Not a whole lot of work, just 8 innings pitched this year. He's struck out 13 in those 8 innings, though. 4 walks. He's given up 3 earned runs. And he'll face Cade Curlin to start things. Cade 2 for 3. See the freshman right-hander. Be hard not to recognize. Joe Got a nice
Easy.
little flow from
Yeah, good flow for sure, but easy arm. I mean, it's up to 98 miles an hour. He came in warming up at 97, which usually you don't see. So, and it's not a lot of effort. That's the part where it's just easy cheese.
Ground ball out to short. That was 96. And Bryce Callaway, who's over at first base now, makes the play. Bryce, now there's a big boy. That is a big boy. I was watching him take some BP today. That's 6'4", 265. Transferred in from New Orleans. Graduate transfer. He was bothered by it. He had to have some procedure done in the fall and really set him back, and that's why it's a little slow getting him back. And he's hit a couple of big home runs for Georgia in his limited playing time. But he's a guy, as each day goes, he gets a little healthier, and he could be a bat that can impact things in the postseason as well.
Well, Coach Johnson and the staff are starting to stockpile right-handed options, left-handed options. That way, when all of a sudden, if you really want to stack a lineup or play the matchups, you have multiple chances.
Stripling 0 for 4 today. Lifts that one in the air. Out into shallow left. A nice catch there by Phelps. Boy, back to the field. Ball was kind of tailing back into play. Looks like I had it the whole way.
Yeah, why are y'all questioning? But he's a guy, though, that athleticism, you've seen him play in the outfield. You've seen him play some first, some second, some third, but does a great job of just staying with his body facing the plate like that, and just, yeah, he had it all the whole way.
Here's Hayden Yost. How about his day? 3 for 3. 2 homers, a single, 5 runs batted in. He has reached base every time to the plate because he had a walk back in the 6th. I think there's a good chance we might see a little bit more Hayden in the lineup. Fouls that one off. Boy, tell you what, watching Nottingham throw right there, it's an effortless 96-97. We hadn't even seen him.
Right. If you're talking about guys earning some opportunities, like you just mentioned Yost, I mean, I like the way the ball's coming out of his hand right here. That's the bottom of the zone. Like this, you're not seeing them offer at that because that's one of those where you're going, I got no shot anyway, so might as well not swing at that one. Because he does a great job of throwing downhill, staying on top of the ball.
Yeah, see, he pumped that one at 98, got a little out of sync.
It doesn't have to be better, guys. That 97 on the
Right.
bottom part of the blade, black, was just, that's a good enough pitch.
Young man out of Maryland. Called strike 3. That was 98, looking sharp. Hey, well, nice to meet you, Mr. Nottingham.
Yeah, use the fastball, pitching off the fastball, a little smile coming off. Check it out there, 98. But boy, if you can dot up like this, he's got a long future.
The real fun is just getting started.
This is why I love this sport so much.
Right where we should be this time of year.
The celebration is on.
Yes, it is. Boy, the Bulldogs have been a topic of conversation this year with their power numbers. Been playing really solid defense, and pitching is certainly, today is not a great example, but they have certainly elevated their arms this year, which is why they've been hanging around the top 5 for the last month or so, maybe longer than that. But we came in thinking the arms of Florida against the bats of Georgia, and as you've said, good pitching will beat good hitting on most days. Oriot swings and misses, and Sandifer start the only bump in the road this weekend.
I think if you're Kevin O'Sullivan, if you finish out this game right, you get on the bus, you got to feel good about what you saw the first 2 guys.
Yeah.
And especially, I think you'll go, okay, I'll take a stinker from Sandifer to get the outing that I got from Liam Peterson, because now if I get that guy rolling, who's a bona fide top 10 pick, if he's that good, you go, okay, the way Aiden King's throwing, if I get Peterson feeling good and confident, and what you saw from Sandifer in past outings, you got to feel really, really good about the top 3. And then Jackson Barber, you get him back, combine him with Reitner, makings of a really nice staff.
"11 times today, Gator pitchers have started the count 0-2. Did he go? No swing, says Eddie Newsom down there at third base. 2-2 now on Oriot. Bottom of the 8th inning. Georgia has 10 hits and 5 runs, and it'll stay right there. As boy, that was, I mean, that's just gross. That pitch.
That's disgusting. Yeah, man, you go back to the, what was the 2nd inning, and you're talking they had 5 runs and like 8 hits through, like, 2 or 3 innings. That's just a cutter. You're talking about 2 inches, 3 inches where you think it's going to go to there, and it's hard, so you got to get geared up. That's up plays right there. But offensively, through 2 and 3 innings, you're going, hey, if you're Georgia, like, put a blanket over what you see on Florida side. But if Georgia, you got to be like, hey, man, we're doing what we need to do.
Yeah.
We just got to be able to get some zeros on the board. A little too little too late with Justin Bird. That's 98, just boring in on the hands.
One and 2 on Lujo. I mean, listen, Georgia got 2 really good starts. Volchko started things off, pitched very well in game 1. And yesterday, Vigu was very good on the mound. And Liam Peterson and Aiden King were just fantastic. You see this weekend. Sandifer, but today was an inning and 2/3, 5 earned runs, but King was 7 2/3 of work. Both those guys gave you lengthy outings, as they call them now, quality starts. But it was a career-long outing for Peterson yesterday. And usually he's a high pitch count guy. Got more contact.
Only 4 punch outs, which usually he's the 10 punch out and 5 inning type guy. But I was talking with Sully this morning. I was like, you could see, you even mentioned it in game, like inning 2. He really needs a good inning for himself. Gives up the leadoff hit and then gets 3 up, 3 down right after that. And like he just walked off, and you could see every inning he walked off the mound, more confidence. The shoulder started pulling back, and it was just a different guy. was another 0-2 count.
The game 3 starter for Georgia has been somewhat of an enigma for West, trying to find somebody that can anchor that. I think they'll try to figure that out. It just appeared like Scott was the guy. I mean, you just felt like his numbers were, and the confidence because he'd pitched so well. But today was not the case. Ran into a very aggressive Florida team at the plate. What a shot back up with 2 outs. Ryan Wynn on a 1-2 pitch with a base hit. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. And here comes the big boy, Bryce Callaway. Bryce, 38 at-bats, 10 hits, 3 home runs this year. First pitch he sees, fouls it straight back. Grad senior out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He started at Louisiana Lafayette as a freshman, then went to Central Alabama Junior College before 2 years at the University of New Orleans. Played for former Alabama Crimson Tide catcher Dax Norris. Boy, and he catches that one right on the hand. Oh.
97. Oh, he's pointed at the wrist. It looks like the inside, that top hand wrist gets him. Boom. Much better spot to be, even though it probably hurts, but it's still better than that wrist.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not. He hadn't had a whole lot of playing time, and he's like feeling good. You're not taking me out of this one. Young man had a huge 3-run homer against Tennessee late in game 3 to help seal the win. So now there is 2 on with 2 outs for Ryan Black, who's 1 for 3 today. Sharply hit and through. That'll get a run home. Well, Georgia had gone scoreless for 5 straight innings, but the streak is over. It is now 13-6. And now you'll get a couple of Gator pitchers up and moving around. Colby Branch 1 for 2. '97 in there for a strike. Off the plate. Branch played his freshman year at Baylor, now 3rd year at Georgia. 7th all-time in Georgia history with 43 career homers. Mashes that one in to the alley and left, and it one hops over the wall. Second time he has done that today. Get a run home. 13-7 now.
Well, we all know Colby Branch is a much better hitter than what the conference numbers are, and he's showing it right here. Couple walks, couple ground rule doubles. Yeah, if that ball just hits off the wall right there, another run's going to score. Black would have scored easily. It's a good sign for the Bulldog offense to get another guy like that with some production, especially where he's hitting in the 8-hole.
He's going to bring his glove and his arm every day, get that bat going as well. Reitner just trying to change the mojo, get a new baseball. Back-to-back hits. 2 have come across. That's a strike. 1-1 the count to Henry Allen. Kentucky and Auburn coming up when we are finished here in Athens. Cats even things up with the Tigers yesterday with a big win, 1-run win. Swing and a miss. 2 runs come across. We have played 8 at Foley Field, and still the Gators 13-7. Bulldogs going back to the bullpen. This time they're going to grab Dylan Wood. It has been a busy day, active day, I guess is a better way to put it. 7 Georgia pitchers today. It's almost like a Tuesday with those arms. But he is making his 5th appearance. Just 3 innings of work for Dylan.
A young freshman, I mean, it's rinse and repeat for Wes Johnson. Point to the bullpen, and another guy comes out throwing 96 plus. He can run up there 97 mile an hour, just predominantly fastball, slider. You know, these young guys, like we just saw last inning, they like to pitch with the fastball, and that's what you're going to see.
Out of Elk Grove, California, was a 19th round selection by the Royals in last year's draft. Declined that, obviously, or he wouldn't be here. Played on the under-18 USA national team a couple of years ago. Came out of California, ranked as the 5th best right-handed pitcher. A lot of good arms coming out of California.
In the state?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No matter what.
Boy, that is up and in on Colt Myers. I would say his adrenaline might be pumped a little bit for Mr. Wood, who hadn't pitched a whole lot this year.
Announce your presence with authority.
Yeah.
And then watch next pitch. Dotted black on the other side, going not fair.
It is 3-0. Wood pitched an inning on Tuesday against Presbyterian when Georgia just blasted 5 home runs that game, had a huge lead, put up 28 that day. He got an inning, gave up a hit, a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks, hit a batter. Three and 2 the count now. Wood has pitched in games that Georgia has won 22-0, 17-0, 14-3, and 28-3.
How many opportunities, right, to get your chance, get in there, and.
But I mean, think of those scores.
Right.
Those 4 games that he's pitched, Georgia won those games 81-6. Ground ball out to short.
He's hopeful for a lot of runs so he can get in the ball game.
That's right.
Right there, nice job battling back.
Yeah, fell behind 3-0.
3-0, came all the way back, got the ground ball. You know, sometimes you just got to get your feet wet, get opportunities, and, you know, conference game, you know, first one, trying to get there, and even though it's on the wrong side of the score, but get out there on the mound, face some SEC hitters. Bring that out.
Al Jones kind of like buckled a little bit. Yeah.
If you could bring that to the mound every time with 97, okay. Get your name called a little bit more.
Al Jones
That's
came
some good numbers.
at 307. His average is 326 now, and he looks at strike 2.
Have to get a hat that fits, because it's not only it's not just putting the hat back on, you got to replace the pitch comm every time.
Oh, I just missed. Yeah, we're going to have to, if he's going to start pitching more, we're going to have to figure out the hat situation, because you know, they got that little speaker in the inside of that hat, and it keeps coming out. He's got to put that in there. Missed with that one, 2-2. Little chopper off the glove, and you wonder, his hat fell off and he caught it with his right hand, and you wonder if that kind of slowed him down just enough to not make a play.
I'm with you, yeah. He's grabbed the hat and said, maybe we're worried about the hat, but it's the tough play coming off the backside of that thing. Sometimes you're just lucky. Kyle Jones having a day, perfectly placed. 5 for 5 afternoon.
So with 1 out, Brendan Lawson back to the plate. Lawson today 1 for 4. Been the DH the last 2 days after not playing on Friday night. But we saw him in Arkansas, and he had some back spasm issues and got back in that sweep by Florida over Arkansas, made some really nice plays defensively. The bat's been there. I don't know if he's projected as a shortstop at the next level. I don't know if he'd be more of a third baseman. He could play some outfield if you needed him to.
That'd be a solid second baseman, you know, offensive second baseman. But what he does is he just provides good leadership on the field too. That's what you're missing when you have your All-American not out there.
That one's inside. It's now 3-0. The hat and the speaker come flying out again. Wes Johnson probably seen enough of the hat falling off. We'll step aside, back in a moment. Well, there are a lot of things you could say when Zach Brown comes into the game, but I'm just going to say he's a junior out of Santa Ana, California. Another big right-hander, 6'5", 220.
I'm going to follow with a sports management major and a strike throwers. 18 punch outs, 6 walks. Love the strikeout to walk ratio, less hits, innings. That's what you get. Again, not quite the stuff that we've been seeing, but it's still up to 93 with the fastball. Mixes in a cutter. Again, he's a guy that has some starting role, has some reliever. Was he going to be a guy that might have started on Tuesday? Like now you're going to go, we just got to get some outs.
Yeah. Gators have 2 on and 1 out for Ethan Surowick. Started the day 3 for 3. Since then he has popped up in foul territory and struck out. Takes ball 1. Average up to 321, 7 home runs, and 38 runs batted in. Ground ball to third. Phelps will field, step on the bag, throw across the diamond, and they'll get at least 1 out of that. 2 down now. Here's Carson Bowen, 0 for 5.
Yeah, you look at their lineup, Dave. A lot of hits, right? But 16 hits, and you got 2 guys. Landon Stripling and Carson Bowen both sitting with 0 for 5s on their scorecard.
And you know Stripling's over there. He's got to wait a couple guys. He's just begging for one more chance.
That or begging not to go
right,
over
right,
6.
right. Yeah, when you feel like it's not your day, maybe you just want to miss that last one. But ground ball out to Branch, backhands. He'll go to third with it. Boy, I just love watching him play short. It is just smooth as it can be. Georgia's down 5 here at home. It's down 6 here at home. They'll try to rally in the bottom of the 9th. There's our line score. It was a explosive first couple of innings, tied at 5 after 2, and then 6 in the third for the Gators. They were leading 13-5 for much of this game, but Georgia answered with 2 back in the 8th. But Florida trying to win this series. This would be a massive boost for the Gators, as they did not make the top 25 this week. Talking to a few of the boys down there in the dugout before the game today, they're not really paying attention to the rankings. They just felt like that was kind of a
little slight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, it's been an up and down season, right? You had a weekend series against Miami where they won, then they lose a series versus High Point, sweep South Carolina, get swept versus Bama, sweep Arkansas, lose. So it's been every other weekend that they've either won the series or lost the series. So that's kind of what the D1 baseball writers are seeing. But this is going to go a long way.
Trey Phelps, 1 for 3, will start things off against Joshua Reitner. See, the numbers are, I mean, your RPI is 4. Strength of schedule's top 25. Look at your top 25 wins, but yet no love in the top 25 this week. Popped him up. Shallow right. And Yost makes the catch for 1 out.
Well, you talk about you finish this off, there is no doubt they're going to get in the rankings with the win over Florida State in the midweek. And then coming into Georgia, top 5 program.
And caught out and right again by Yost, 2 down. Sorry, I was trying to get this paperwork situated here for a moment as we wrap this one up. A lot going on, 3.5 hours of a baseball game. Had my notes blown over. Got it all together now, though. I know you were worried about me.
I was. We got note cards all over the ground.
I'm a mess. I am a mess up here today. It's what happens when you have a long afternoon. Oriach, ground ball to the right side. That's going to be a fair ball, and Oriach never got out of the batter's box, and that's how this one ends. So Georgia, who had been pounding home runs in every ballpark they had played in, goes homerless here this weekend against the Gators. So pitching does win this weekend as Florida wins the series 2-1. So for Florida, they go to 27-10, 9-6 in the league. The Dogs will go to 29-8, 11-4, still hold top spot in conference play. So for Lance Cormier, the rest of our exceptional ESPN crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from Athens. Time to get you to SEC now, or excuse me, to Auburn and Kentucky.